Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3. Yeah, no in-person Mardi Gras.
Envy did it.
The one time
I thought I was messing up here.
Episode 365 of the TTV Podcast. Hello.
What's up, everybody?
In case it wasn't obvious, we have a little bit of a different setup today. Please let us know if y'all sound good, aside from the ear bleed you may have just experienced, because our wonderful technician LJ can adjust some things on the fly. So, yeah,
Rest in peace, that microphone.
yeah.
Someone casted audio deleto on us.
We literally did hours worth of testing yesterday. All worked. Today, 30 minutes before we're good to go, one of the mics is just dead. And it's the cable.
I already saw a comment saying we're too loud. So
No, the music was too loud.
was a bit loud.
Man, LJ, come on, bro.
Man, I shouldn't have played it.
Should we do the Mardi Gras again?
Live, you were completely desynced with the music you could see when I played it.
I was waiting for us to actually be visible.
We're visible.
Weren't we 3 seconds delayed fading in?
Now we gotta
No.
do it again.
This is an amazing finale.
What a travesty.
That'd be funny. We have Starbreaker here as well, the Zach man himself. But because
Hey,
this
Zach.
table only has 6 chairs, we're gonna be cycling him in later. Mary's also here, but she may or may not cycle in. It's her choice. Yeah. So yeah, how's everybody doing? As much as I'd love for you to do the super chat, Zach, it probably is more beneficial for someone closer to the mic to do them. But I appreciate
not to have
it.
someone over my shoulder the entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, get out of here, Zach.
So we have the first one from Green Tornado, aptly Mardi Gras for $2. Thank you so much. And we've actually got
They're
a
saying the VAR mic is a little
VAR.
quiet.
Oh no.
VAR mic is a
Okay,
little
we got
quiet.
it. Hold up. This is LJ. What look at the levels down there at the bottom.
No,
On the thing, on the machine.
yep, I see it.
What number is that? On the
Back.
bottom,
Oh,
the
on-
actual physical hardware.
And
Oh,
then this.
let me see. It's on 4.
Okay, now turn 4 up a little bit. So input a little up. There you
Okay.
go. That's how you do it. Now let's see. Am I any better, everybody?
Oh yeah, there we go. I got.
Do I sound better now? It
You
looks
should.
like I sound better.
Yeah, you
just
look
let
like
him,
you're sounding better.
Just let him know.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Save VAR.
It's very cool. Very cool. So we can do that kind of stuff on the fly. LJ and VAR, and they're the madmen behind this wonderful invention we have here.
Yeah, we do have multiple camera angles too. I don't
we
know if we
do.
swapped to those.
We
yet.
have not.
Let's show it off. Show off the fruits of your labors.
All
They're
right.
saying it's a little bit better. Could
Yeah.
be a little higher. Says one
Could
of
be a
them.
little higher still. Hey everybody. it's
Hey,
me.
the
This
other
is
side.
All right. There we go. How's that?
He amped it up a bit more.
All right, so we should be all right then, right?
Because it's 4, right?
Yeah, it's 4.
Yes.
It should be 4.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, that's better. Still quiet though. Let us know how it is. We're just monitoring.
Yeah, so it could just be me not talking too close to the microphone. I mean, I could talk a little louder probably. Looks like that's peaking now.
Yeah. But I
it's
mean, how does he sound
Hey, man.
now? Yes, no.
There is still a delay, so it takes
Yeah, I
like
know.
20 seconds before they can actually let us
Live
know
technical
how we're doing.
troubleshooting.
Yeah, for real.
I'm waiting with
Why
rapt
aren't they
attention.
telling us right in the moment that there's issues?
It was gonna come with the territory. We haven't done anything like this in.
Yeah.
Was the last time we?
Have we done
We've
one
never-
like this?
Never like this.
on
We've
stream.
Not like
never
this,
done a
not
setup
live.
like this before. This is the first time we've ever done something with live camera switching and microphones all together in one setup
Okay.
like this.
He
So
is still quiet.
still
Turn it
quiet.
up more.
I
I mean, it looks right.
I don't know. I don't know what they're hearing.
Var, when was the last time you consumed anything Bionicle related?
Well, I don't think I've ever eaten any Bionicle pieces before, so I don't know if I have an answer to that one. Probably never.
Fair enough.
That was the last
They have a
one I
unique
consumed.
texture. I'll say that.
I bet. Yeah.
All right.
What flavor do you think all the masks are?
That's a really good question.
It depends on the power.
The Miru is a nice sage, sort of like maybe like a I don't know, what's green? Broccoli? Is it broccoli flavored?
Dude.
Grass, maybe? Like
Grass,
leaves?
Grass, yeah.
Grass
Grass.
flavor. Dude.
Mary says sour apple, and I like sour apple.
Sour apple.
Yeah, I can
see
I can
that.
see it, yeah.
Yeah, you are a
Gollies
sour
is the
apple.
raspberry then.
Honestly, though.
Raspberry.
Okay.
Here
well,
is-
how's he looking now? How's he sounding? Any-
How is VAR today?
Let's
How
test
am I
this out.
today?
You want to read the next super chat that we just got?
well, I was waiting a moment just to see, like.
No, I want to let VAR do it.
Okay, yeah, by all
So
means.
let me do it, Nessa.
Jeez.
By all means.
Wow, okay, Stinky Doodle with a $100 super chat. I can't believe that after this, the channel and the forums and LJ Messo's channels and Purple's webcomics are being deleted, and all back catalogs and also Beyond the Brick will all be destroyed permanently forever.
That's right.
Such a loss. This is so sad. True and real.
Yep,
How do
that's
you
right.
know?
Yeah.
Did you know we are all gonna just die after this episode?
That's it.
What?
Oh, we're actually
Huh?
we're being executed right after.
What?
We'll be deleted.
No.
From life itself.
We're going to vanish from our chairs. We will just poof, and the table will still be here.
Dude. That's honestly crazy. We also got another super chat. It was $3 from Wadden. And Wadden said he left a longer message in the Discord servers. This is from Wadden. He says, sadly not in the right state to be here for the final episode of the podcast. Been dealing with a lot of fun stuff lately, like fibromyalgia. Really
Oh,
sorry
yeah.
to hear that one.
Yeah.
He says, and I think I grew out of it, but never found a chance to leave, despite saying I might.
So did we.
I want real.
Yeah, that's why we're ending this right now.
Yeah. Says,
Finally.
I want to thank you all for giving me some fun laughs and inspiration from Photoshop and much more. Though I've become distant these past years, it's been an honor to support each and every one of you, and I wish you all luck with the next things you do. And he posted one of the
Shout to the
iconic.
camera over there.
Yeah, I can do that. One of the iconic Wadden edits from years past with a large eraser over a certain individual from our past.
Zoom
That's
in
pretty
on
good.
it. No.
Yeah, but I'll zoom in on the eraser itself. But yeah, thank you, Wadden, for
Right on.
everything over the years. Now, LJ, I am aware of the fact that we did get several super chats before the stream actually went live.
Yes.
I've been trying to find a record of those messages through the YouTube Studios mobile app. Not having much luck.
Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know if there is a way to do it. I might have taken some pictures.
That's a lot of
'cause
people you got to thank after this mess because you're gonna get such a nice couch.
I have this one. I took a picture
Okay.
of that one. So
Okay, this was one from Evershadow7 who did this before the stream even went up. Says, I remember the first of all, it was for $100. So
thank you so much.
I remember the first TTV video I saw was Vin's Holly mock spotlight. You know the one, Vin. The one with the ... And then I'd move on to watching Monog with Meso and also LJ. Both games on, no joke, repeat until I'd go to sleep. Thanks so much, you guys, for everything.
All right. Thank you for sticking around.
I never knew our videos would be the kind of videos to fall asleep to, let alone our Let's Plays.
Snooze fest, huh?
That's messed up.
I mean,
Well,
honestly,
that's
I've
mean.
thought about leaning more into that kind of video content, like Bionicle facts to fall asleep to or something, or Bionicle lo-fi. Just never had the time to really explore it all that much.
That'd be cool, though.
There,
You could do
there
that.
actually was like I think a while back there was a pitch of doing like sort of like an ASMR kind of like this is so satisfying sort of Lego like video that we had like
Hello,
where
and
it would be,
welcome
like,
to the mock
close-ups
spotlight.
of like bricks being like snapped together and stuff and like putting that audio out. But we never got that far.
Yeah.
It was a very brief idea though.
Tap your mic, VAR. Yeah, that's working.
Okay.
Live test.
I think we're good. I
Yeah.
think they're good.
I haven't
enough.
seen any comments recently, but I also haven't been talking that much, so
Just if it becomes like glaringly obvious, just let us know.
yeah.
But until then, yeah, thank you guys. So, yeah, we have a pretty cool show. We wanted to do something special for the last episode, and it just so happened that, well, okay, for people that weren't around for what I call the farewell tour, LJ, could you explain the plan that I think was actually Mange's idea
Kind of.
about
Offhand.
why ending on this week, I suppose, is significant with this episode number?
So we came up with a plan about a year ago now to end the podcast a year ago, and it would match up so that we could end on episode 365, a full 15 years after the podcast started, because the podcast actually began May 5th, 2010, and it worked out so that it started on the 5th. We announced it's ending on the 6th, and it's ending on the 7th. So that's why we're here. You can now listen to one TTV podcast episode a day for an entire year.
Which is pretty impressive.
Hey, LJ, can you hit the 3 on that? Yeah, you guys can keep talking. Keep talking.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi, hello.
You were
Hi.
talking.
Well, sorry, I did some. I put my AirPod in to do some testing.
Hit the 2.
Yeah. So, Var's mic is definitely quieter. I put my AirPod in to listen, and LJ's is also a little loud.
Yep, that's what I'm noticing.
Yeah.
So keep talking. I'm adjusting.
Okay. Cool. LJ, what's up? How's mangosteen taste?
That's what you were literally. We were talking. We were
talking
having
now.
a
I'm talking
conversation
right
about
now.
the plan.
So we were
Continue
talking
the
about
plan.
how we now have
Okay.
one episode of the podcast for 365 days of the year.
Yeah, basically.
What number is Ben's mic? Ben, talking to your mic.
Hi.
Oh,
We
you're
were
fine.
talking
You're
about
just
it.
not talking.
There you go.
Make sure you're talking to the mic.
Oh, no, I was talking to Meso.
Okay.
Oh,
Trying to remind him.
Gotcha.
Bring us back. Come on, Meso.
Okay.
We're talking about the podcast.
Well, one of the things that kind of had other appeal was this very date that was chosen, which is our anniversary, which is May 5th. So that happened to coincide with a trip that we were going to be taking that would put us all in person. And it was a happy accident. It wasn't explicitly planned to be that way.
As far as we know, we didn't plan it.
That's true. That's true. I mean, maybe Linkin Park, planned their concert in accordance with our podcast.
They're so thoughtful.
So Var and Purple arranged a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful meetup for us to celebrate a pretty momentous thing that has happened.
Yeah, Linkin Park coming to town.
Yeah, exactly. The most important
Also
thing
true.
that happened in the last week. I mean, not to put you on the spot, but Var and Purple, you want to make your announcement?
We got married!
Yes!
Yeah.
I liked it, so I put a ring on it.
Varpal have achieved the amazing status of being husband and wife. And,
We are Mr. and Mrs. Varpal now.
Yes,
The
that is
Is that a little
Varpals.
more enthusiastic?
We are Mr. and Mrs. Varpal now.
Aw, yeah. So, we came here in person to celebrate their marriage, which was a wonderful, wonderful ceremony. We'll talk more about it later. And we also saw Linkin Park in concert. We'll talk more about that later. And the idea was, well, for this final episode, we may as well do it in person. We may as well invest in having an actual good quality setup with multicam, with professional microphone, with the ability to adjust people's audio levels on the fly. And it's just kind of cool. Not just as a culmination of how things have been and to kind of end things on a high note, also maybe to future-proof some tech for any YouTube endeavors we may or may not do in the future, It's cool to see that we
Yeah.
could actually do this in the span of 2 days and some change, get this thing working in a pretty good state.
This is definitely sort of kind of like a proof of concept of what could be accomplished. Right now, it's sort of a shoestring kind of setup. We just used our previous knowledge and kind of put that to the test since we've never really had an opportunity to do an in-person podcast quite like this before. So, yeah, we're just we're testing some things out, and obviously right now we're working through some hiccups there because it's the first time we've ever done this. But yeah, hopefully if we ever do anything like this in the future, it'll be a lot more smooth.
Yeah,
So,
that's definitely the goal.
this is definitely like kind of a trial of what we could potentially do in the future.
But it looks cool. It looks cool as is.
Yeah.
We did get 2 more super chats from Professor Sir LaJohn K on YouTube. 1999. Thank you. Says, feels like the end of an era. I've been aware of you guys since Makuta Fest 2013, coming from the BSO1 side, and it's wild to me that one of the last old school Bionicle fan groups is finally gone. Good
We're
luck.
dying.
Finally!
We're dying.
Finally,
We're
God.
literally
That's
going
funny.
to collapse
Finally.
right now.
That has a funny connotation, but I know what you meant. And I mean, TTV channel, not necessarily gone, but I mean, it's going that way.
It's going that way.
It's going that
I
way.
don't think it's a big shocker to say that.
It's gonna be retired.
The amount of video output on the channel has already been kind of low. I don't imagine it's going to be increasing.
We've got
So-
a few things, but don't expect like a lot. This is
Yeah.
definitely kind of the closing of a chapter.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
would say.
100% the podcast ends after today.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the last episode of that.
Mock Spotlight's officially canceled. On eBay
No.
today is officially canceled.
No.
Uh,
I've been waiting.
Zach, you're canceled.
You guys don't even want to know why Zach is canceled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a reason Zach isn't on this.
Got
on
a
this
whole
stream.
got a whole dossier.
Yeah.
It's
kick
not
him
because we
off.
ran out of chairs.
Yeah, no.
Got it.
We had a whole no. Get out of here. Get out of the shot. No, you
You're
don't
gonna get us
you
all
can't be
canceled.
here.
He needs his
No.
monetization.
Get out of here,
Oh.
dude.
What are you doing?
Say some
You
words in
standing there is
defense of
gonna
yourself,
demonetize
Zach.
us. Zach is about to get canceled for being too kind
Oh.
No.
Defend yourself, Zach.
and handsome.
Okay, no defense.
And
Not speaking. He's lost his chance. to defend
Guilty as
himself.
charged.
I gave him.
Yeah, there we go.
I gave him
That's right. That's
opportunity.
right. What can you say? Nothing.
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 All right. Another super chat from Black Belt Gamer 98 Fire Spitter, who says, for $4.99, I hope the boards will stay online or that they'll be archived if they shut down, as this has been an amazing community to be part of. No official announcement on the state of the boards, but what I'll tell you is if they ever do go offline, we will make sure to archive them in some way or fashion because we do not want a BZ Power thing to happen.
Yeah, don't get these archives erased, LJ.
Yeah, LJ.
I didn't get the last one's erased. It's not my fault.
Mm-hmm.
The weird thing is, and I don't really think about this often, but BZ Power started in 2000. Was it 2000 or 2001?
2002.
2002? Okay.
Yeah.
Officially.
Officially.
Yeah,
As
the
BZ Power.
merge. Yeah, okay. BZP's been in existence since 2002, and when the site went down, that was in 2011. So they lost 9 years worth of Bionicle community internet history.
My entire
and that was
childhood.
really significant because, as we've talked about over the years, they were one of the only large-scale Bionicle forums. The TTV message boards have now been in existence for 11 years. And
Wild.
that outstrips the amount of time that BZP was around when their dataclysm happened. So, yeah, I'm very conscious about the fact that we have technically more history than they did at the time. Maybe not as much quantity-wise.
You gotta be
get what I
careful,
mean.
dude.
I
One
don't
of
want
the-
that to get wiped. So,
Careful with the way you're talking about. So one of those admins is gonna come up and be like,
yeah, don't worry. It's not like an ego thing.
Actually.
I don't mean to say like, we're better. I just mean
"Oh, TTV once again proclaiming that they are better
No,
than
no,
BZ
no.
Power."
That's not what I'm
Those
getting
TTV
at.
guys.
I just mean that I don't want to lose that data. That's all I mean.
No, it doesn't matter either way. We're not gonna be around to fight them. So
Yeah, we're all gonna die. Like right after this.
Ben's mic a little bit and just turn it down.
Which one is it?
hey, what?
I think he's for talking to it, Ben.
What?
Maybe it's because I'm like right up on the mic.
Yeah, there you go.
Huzzah.
Vince, say something again.
You should be right in the mic.
Okay.
Say something again.
Keep talking.
Mwah. That's me giving love to the audience.
Just 5. Turn it down just a little bit. Okay, Ben. How are you doing today?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm happy.
Keep going at a normal volume.
We're finally gonna end this podcast.
Dude, that's messed up. Vin, I'm gonna throw hands with you.
What, you want to keep going after you just made this big deal about it being the finale? Mess up?
It's a grand finale.
I mean, I was always the roadblock preventing it from ending early.
I will say I like that we've kind of pulled off this plan of recording a podcast every month for the past year to make it to this date. And
True.
it's beautiful how it all worked out to line up with your wedding,
With the wedding, yeah.
and the concert, and this just this overall like this get together we're doing.
It was a lot of fun.
It's a big celebration of friendship and our accomplishments, I think.
Yeah,
It
we
was
did,
really good.
we did a good job of maintaining that like monthly schedule too. The only times we missed a month was when we had planned to miss that.
Yeah,
month. We
deliberately.
scheduled it. So
It was a good reminder to me that it's not necessarily that like podcasting for us ever stopped being fun. A lot of it was like the obligation, the YouTube metagame, and really the community and the fandom that we were a part of. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
it's a lot of factors.
there
but
were
I
a
think-
lot of factors that kind of contributed, but just the sitting down to have fun talks with my friends never stopped being fun. It's
Yeah.
just it was harder to make time for.
Yeah, we all got older. We all,
we all got jobs.
Got
Couldn't
jobs,
Really spend
yeah.
time sitting around talking about Bionicle all day. So
yeah.
And there's not
Yeah.
really that much to still talk
It
about.
wasn't really paying the bills.
We kind of mined all the Bionicle discussion value before G2 even came back. You know what I mean?
unfortunately, yeah, that's the case. We kind of already did everything. So
Another super chat. There's a lot. Thank you guys. I'm trying to
Thanks,
work my way
everybody.
through them.
Cha-ching.
Stinky Doodle. Yeah, basically. Literally. Stinky Doodle, another $50. Thank you so much. Lego will announce a Bionicle reboot tomorrow. They're foaming at the mouth for TTV to end first before they release it. It's all part of the Nephilim plot to weaken us. I've the Tahu masks at the Denver airport. Wake up. Also, congrats to Varpal.
well, thank you.
Dude, imagine though if that happens. LJ, what would you do?
If Bionicle came back
Tomorrow.
again?
Tomorrow, yes. What would you do?
Does TTV continue?
Oh, I've got my own
Not with me.
channel. Yeah,
I'm out, bro.
I got my own channel. I can earn more from that.
I'm retired. I don't care if Bionicle comes back.
Good
bro.
luck to the successors to us.
Right, real.
Yeah.
I've got other goals, man. I'm trying to make some video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine even if it came back that it would be like anything more than a passing curiosity for us
Yeah.
because it won't have the media footprint that it would need.
I mean, we'd follow it.
Yeah.
But like, we're not going to make videos about. No, I might.
yeah, I probably would too.
I mean,
but
the Bionicle community has become such a toxic place now as it is. I don't know if I really want to inhabit it.
we'll probably
Oh,
have
now
more to
I'm
say.
quiet. What microphone am I?
Well, are you 4?
I have no idea.
What are you for?
Test. Say something.
Something. Testing. Test.
Oh, yeah, you turned yourself down.
Which one am I?
Wait, no,
Four?
that.
Or by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Testing. I don't know if I'm
No,
4.
You're not 4. I don't know.
Okay, then turn 4 back to maybe you're 3. Your favorite number?
Yeah. Testing. Oh, yep.
Yeah, you're
Nice.
Now you're
I
loud.
yep.
On the
Yep,
fly
okay.
adjustment.
All right. How's
Nice.
that? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks good.
Okay.
Yeah, we may have some more to say about the Bionicle community and its toxicity soon, but
Yeah, it turns out that Knack and Jay that we made a while back, talking about how, oh, the Bionicle community is toxic. Well, sometimes it can be. Yeah, that was wrong. It
Yeah.
is
we
dearly toxic.
it won't be on this podcast, but we'll have a Knack and Jay maybe later this month talking about it. We got some stuff to say.
We'll see.
We just want to ride out the good vibes first. Man, shut up, Zach. You had
Zach,
your
you're
chance.
canceled. Don't even.
It's Knack and Jay, not Zach and Jay.
Speaking of Zach, we have a super chat from TTV Starbreaker for $2 who says, "Love is canon, and Varpal proved it."
Oh, that makes sense because they're Huki Maku.
Oh, yeah, we are.
From the hit
Oh, yeah,
movie
they are.
Biocraft Chronicles.
It was all foreshadowed.
Then we have another super chat, Captain Rex with the 501st, $2. Quick LJ 2 and 3, last chance to take over the channel.
TTE.
There's a reason that you haven't heard from them in a while.
They're
I dealt
plotting.
with them.
I killed them.
Oh,
No, I killed them.
I was the hired hit.
My what? You
Um,
killed my twins?
dude, don't knock over the mics.
We
Dude,
did so much setup. Don't mess us up.
I think cumulatively it was like
Kiss.
Veljay about to be the next great shift. Got another one from Uncle Jenny, 1999. Thanks for all the laughs over the many, many years. Excited to see what you guys do in the future. Me too. I've said before, and we've talked cryptically about it, like that we have aspirations. And we're not really going to pull the curtain off that today just because it's still early in the pipeline. But, like, if we have our way about it, this won't be the last you'll see of some of us. Just it will be in the Bionicle space.
Snack
Probably
will return.
That's what I'll say. Like, we still like YouTube and we still like talking with each other and having funny conversations and videos. Just some of us are like permanently checking out of the Bionicle space.
I've just checked out of social media in general.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really like. I don't have Twitter. No, I think I do. I deleted my
deleted
Twitter
it for a long time.
and then went back and then found out that I was better off without it because it wasn't doing anything for me. So I just stopped checking it, and I don't use Facebook.
It's kind of hard to be an online creator when you don't use social media, though.
Yeah, and that just goes to show I have no interest in it anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind of past the internet. Honestly, I'm kind of over the internet, just
That's
in general.
fair enough.
Just like over everything that is online.
I get
I was
that.
into doing the content creation for the camaraderie. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
really do solo content. I always wanted to do something if it meant I was doing it with somebody else.
Doing
Yeah.
it together is
Yeah.
what made it.
That
Yeah, I mean,
definitely
it's
made
just
it
doing
more
stuff
fun,
with you
so.
guys, right? And
Yeah,
we can do
'cause
that with
even
anything.
if we didn't get the views, at least we got something else out of it.
And we can do
It's
that
like
with
a fun
anything. It
friend.
doesn't have to be Bionicle.
I just
so.
like having friends, but y'all live so far away.
Well, hopefully we'll be changing that for some of us. Another super chat from McTorin, $10. TTV's only gone for now. In 10 years, there will be a gritty legacy reboot / sequel where the cast is old and jaded and have to come out of retirement when G3 releases. Honestly, I'd be
No.
so down.
No.
for
Son
that.
of a gun.
That would be
I'm in.
cool.
I'd be
Directed
good.
by Zack Snyder.
One
No.
last job.
No, Zach Higginson.
Zach, directed
Zach
by Zach
Higginson.
Higginson. Jesco, 10 euros, I think, 10 pounds. I don't know. I never know. I just want to let you know how much your content has meant. My most fond memories of growing up have been done while listening to the podcast, Mock Spotlight, Autopsy, or the recap reviews. Thank you. That's an honor.
Right on.
Right
Most
on, yeah,
fond
that's
memories
awesome.
of growing up.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for sticking around for so long.
Yeah.
Honestly, really, like the fact that all of you are here. By the way, can I just say 114 active listeners on YouTube plus our incredibly dedicated patron audience? That's really cool.
Some good numbers. I mean,
those
what,
are
we
good
usually get
numbers.
like 20.
Yeah, and like everyone can agree, the channel's not what it used to be. It's
Yeah,
fallen
no.
off view-wise. The fact that you guys are coming out for this final episode, it really does mean a lot. So thank
People
you.
show up for finales.
Well, that is
Yeah.
true. Even people that like
They're here to
laps-
dance on our graves.
Yeah.
Well, that's
TTV
okay.
is over.
So are
Party.
we.
Do
Yeah,
the
true. So are we.
do the default dance on our graves.
Well,
World
joke's on them because we're ending this on a good time. And for the most part, I would say 98% of the time we've done the channel, it was a great time.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was most of the time, except for the parts you guys weren't around for, and me and LJ were doing
Well,
the canon contest.
I think consistently.
I would still say 98%.
consistently throughout the entirety of running the channel, the only real negative aspect of it was whenever we interacted with anyone who wasn't part of the channel. You know,
Real.
anything beyond the content creation itself was when the negativity came in. So
That is true.
Even then, I still look back fondly on all the positive interactions we've had.
I agree.
Both online and in person. Like, I still look back at that time, Brick Fair 2016, where we first met people that watched the channel. They came up to us specifically just to or they went to the convention to hopefully meet us, and then we had the whole meet and greet type of deal go on. We were taking photos, and people wanted to shake our hands and stuff, and that
That
felt
was
really
incredibly
good.
wholesome.
Yeah, I didn't
that
expect
was
it.
definitely a great time. That was one of the highlights early on. Was that first time, that first Brick Fair, when people were there in lines to meet us and stuff.
Absolutely.
Or like the Biocraft signing.
Yeah,
that was cool too.
Yeah,
That was awesome. World of Cars Entertainment, long time and very active fan still, $1.99. 20 years later, your kids can bring back TTV. I mean, hey, but who knows? TTV the next generation. You never know.
That's making a lot of
TTV
assumptions.
G2.
It is. Professor Sirlajon again, $1.99. The Bionicle Community and Its Consequences. Ooh, that's a cool title.
I like it.
We'll see. I like that. Toby Ekozab,
The
10
goat.
euros, the GOAT, one of the longest time fans that is still around. Always fun to hear from you. Thank you. 10 euros says, finally have the money to do this. Been here for a long time. Still got a number of things backlogged, so the end isn't the end. Comments will flow. Congratulations to all. Take some pencils for the road. Real old school reference.
Oh, dude, I forgot about price of a pencil. That is an old.
That was
school
like
reference.
it was like episode 7 or something.
Yeah.
It was ancient.
Thank you so much, really. Now, Delrune Plays, another incredibly long-time fan, did a $365.15 super chat.
Thank you. Wow. So you're gonna get the best couch ever.
No couch for me. No couch for me.
Meso
this
food
time.
fund.
Well, I mean, hey, that's
Wow.
going to keep the boards up for a
Yeah,
You guys have just saved the boards for
literally
another
just
month.
single-handedly saved the boards.
They
But
are the
that's-
Delrun boards now.
That's honestly not a joke. That that literally pays for like months of the boards. So truly, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Says, from listening while grinding in RuneScape and watching Let's Plays with Meso, I'm glad I could be here. Y'all have made my time with the community a good one and inspired me to delve into media I missed out on. Reading the books for the first time is like experiencing Bionicle all over again. Thanks for all. Yeah, not to get all sappy yet, that'll come later, but one thing we always tried to do was just make a positive space free of elitism, free of, needless. Some people will scoff at this, but needless drama. I feel like sometimes we failed.
No, I'm just kidding.
Sometimes it was inflicted upon us from people on the outside. Sometimes it was our mistakes. But we always had our hearts in the right place. We just wanted to make fun YouTube videos. We never tried to become a community hub. That literally happened by accident. We just wanted a message board that wasn't Google Plus YouTube comments.
Yeah, we just wanted a place for the viewers to comment without.
So we could
the
engage.
moderation on YouTube was so
And
bad.
the fact that that synced up with G2 coming back and kind of skyrocketed us onto a way bigger platform than we ever wanted or, really sought. Am I going to say we always made the right choices? No, but I can tell you our heart was in the right place. And the fact that you got that experience gives me some affirmation that, we did something right,
One
I know
thing.
this isn't a super chat, but I am obligated to say this, I think, 3 more times. And I'm just glad that of the people we have here, we do not have the ghost of Samantha Umstead who died in a sewer and kills you unless you tell
Oh,
her story
God,
5 times. I have
Get this kid out of
2
here.
more times. 2 more times.
No.
And then I'm free, okay? I had to do it before the podcast.
And
Wait.
it's gonna get you.
Do you think maybe this is why your luggage got lost?
Oh,
Oh.
shoot.
Man, we gotta
Okay.
talk
Break
about
the
that.
curse.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't break the
Oh.
curse.
You're right.
Super
The
chat
ghost of
pause.
Samantha.
Pause.
What happened, LJ?
OCAP.
Tell us what happened.
Okay, so I brought a lot of stuff on this trip. I usually have a lot because I'm flying over from Idaho. And for basically the first time ever, my luggage has been lost. They know where it is. I fly with Delta for the record. So Delta, I hope you're listening because you guys have been jerking me around like crazy over the last 5 friggin' days. My luggage is chilling in Mexico right now.
In Guadalajara.
Because they mistagged me. So I left, I checked my bag in Boise, and I flew out of Boise, and they checked my luggage for someone flying to Guadalajara. And so I get to North Carolina with no bag, but then they find a small blue bag, and I'm like, oh, that's my name. That is not my bag. So for the last 5 days, I've been calling incessantly, and they're like, oh, yeah, no, we'll go ahead and see what we can do. We know where it is, but Air Mexico isn't calling us back. Okay, cool. Next day, oh, well, Air Mexico isn't calling us back, but maybe we can send someone over. Next day, oh, well, we're going to go ahead and file an escalation form.
Escalation.
Yeah, we're going to escalate this.
Escalation.
And then I call today, and they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to refill out that form and have a supervisor call you back in a few hours. It's been a few hours. I have no call back. This is the worst experience I've ever had with Delta. It is infuriating. I've had nothing. All of my stuff was in there.
And
Well,
keep in
At
mind,
least
keep
you
in
made
mind,
it here safely.
keep in
Yeah.
mind, everyone, he flew here at least, majorly for a wedding. So
Yeah, my suit was in that. Now, granted,
Didn't you have a wedding gift in there too?
yeah, I had purple, half of purple's wedding gift. I had my suit. I had all of my stuff, all my clothes. And it's just, we know where it is. It's in Guadalajara.
chilling.
hanging out, just on vacation.
Sipping
Got
horchata.
another super chat from TTV Starbreaker. Go ahead, Envy. You can read it.
Oh yeah, you got to do it.
The LJ luggage tariff situation is crazy.
real.
Real.
Yeah, no, that's
We can talk politics now.
Wait, hold on. Is that Zach is just giving us money?
Zach,
You're in the room.
yeah. You want to
Just give us the money.
You want to come? You want to actually
are
say
you gonna
something,
say something this
time?
time?
Look, if I'm off screen, I may as well keep the. If I'm off screen, I may as well help
You're
keep
on
the boards
screen,
alive
buddy.
a little longer. So
Thank you, Zach. We're gonna
He's
get
the
Zach,
luckiest fan.
We're gonna get
We'll put
Zach
it that
in
way.
here in a bit and get more of his epic perspectives. So another super chat from Mr. K, $49.99. Congratulations, guys. I first found y'all in 2011. I was 9 looking for Hero Factory content.
Oh my gosh.
I became a consistent listener in 2013 with the Chima coverages when I was 11. Now I'm 23, graduated, and so grateful for all the memories. Thank you all. Sometimes there's a part of my brain that looks at our back catalog and I'm like, why did we listen to 40 episodes? Why did we watch 40 episodes of Chima? But like,
Those were some of my favorite videos from you guys.
yeah, I mean, exactly. Like the fact that you liked them and now look at you. Look at you're here. Like you're married to Var and you're our great friend.
Yeah, dude.
and,
If you
like,
didn't do those Chima videos, Purple might not even be here.
Yeah,
Well,
that
and
wouldn't have happened.
we
Literally-
owe it to
literally
Chima.
cause
Hey
and
guys,
effect.
where's episode two of Dragonology?
Oh, I forgot about Dragonology.
Man.
That was a blast. We
That
should
was really fun.
deep
I'd be down to do
That
it
was
again.
great.
we should redo it with you.
Yes!
should.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm down.
that'd be
Look it up.
fun.
I'll
Okay.
look it up.
TTV
See?
is so bad.
There might still be some content. Who knows?
We could just do it live.
Yeah, we could. That's true.
Screw it. We're doing it live.
Let's do it.
Welcome
right
to
now.
Dragonology,
Yeah.
episode 2.
Green Tornado is one of the most comforting things throughout my life. What?
Sorry. Please continue. We're not laughing at that. We're laughing at another comment.
Okay. Thank you guys. Seriously. Oh, and thanks for raising me too. Thanks for raising me.
You're so canceled, dude. Okay, I'm gonna read this comment from
Holy
Krasix
snap.
Animations. He goes, "Holy, Var married a fan."
Oh,
Var, you got anything to say
No,
for
no,
yourself,
no.
bro?
Those are some questionable power dynamics.
I can't make this joke.
What joke are you gonna make?
Text it to him.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, Var is an ethical person.
Thanks, bud.
Also, that comment was very nice.
Yes, it was. Thanks for raising me too. I mean, I know that's a joke, but like when we've been in someone's life since they were 9 years old, it's like that's a pretty humbling experience.
That's wild.
Because I lose track of time so easily. Like I mentioned to everybody, like, I can't believe it's been such and such years since blank, but like it really has been. Like, this is the podcast's 15th anniversary, give or take 2 days. We've known each other since we were like in our early teenage years, and like
I think I was
these.
like 12 or something when I first met you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know firsthand how like how watching YouTubers for like a long period of time, you have that like parasocial thing where like you feel like you know them even when they don't know you, and like some people can take that way too far, but like I find it really wholesome to get messages like that, and
Especially when you consider
nice.
that a lot of the content we've been coming out with was while we were still growing up as people as well.
Mhm.
yeah,
You know, like how old were we when we first met up for Brick Fair? Like
I
early
was
20s,
not even.
just barely.
I was
20 something?
19.
Yeah, you were 19, and now here we are. And
Dox
it's
yourself.
almost been 10
man.
years
What?
since
How
then.
old were you in 2017?
21.
Oh well,
21.
21. You were early 20s, yeah.
That's an H
Yeah.
check right there at this point.
Fabulous Fish, $2. Is just want to say thanks
Ooh.
for the fun over the years.
That's old school.
Old school. Thank you for following us. I really appreciate it. Stinky Doodle again, $50. Toot Toot Vart came together to listen to Lincoln Fart and record a poop butt cast. Mata powers are an allegory for Solomonic magic. It's a ritualistic slaughter. Lego is the largest tire manufacturer for Lockheed Martin drones.
That's insane.
You're all brainwashed.
Holy
What is
crap.
bro saying?
You're
Someone
an
check
enigma.
on that guy.
You're an
Yeah.
enigma, Stinky Doodle.
He reminds me of QQQ.
What if it? Oh,
No,
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 Oh,
I don't think
no.
so. I don't think
that'd be-
so.
That
Nah.
would be a wild
Oh
twist.
gosh.
Thanks for all your money.
Listen, I remember when his name was 26K down the drain. I don't know if he's spent that much yet.
Yikes.
Linky 9.99. 2 years ago, I forced LJ to
Parky.
review some promo Bionicle thingies with the influence of Meso. That was the greatest $100 I've spent. It's sad to see y'all go, but the journey was
Yep.
amazing. Thank you.
But the
Wow,
journey.
right on.
I remember that, and yes, I did do those. But special thanks to, special thanks to Sakota who provided those.
Just explodes on you.
Yeah, right.
Boom.
We got another giant super chat.
Oh
Yeah,
my
well,
goodness.
Holy
Whoa.
moly.
We're working our way there. We're almost caught up. I didn't intend for the first half of this podcast to be a super chat reading,
You guys
but
are
like
too
I
generous.
like seriously, but like thank you. I don't want to complain, but like it's overwhelming. World of Cars Entertainment 199. This is for the Luggage Fund. Real. We got to fund a trip to Mexico to get your luggage back.
At this friggin' rate, that's the only way I can do it.
You can vlog it and make
Yes.
more content.
Well, you definitely have more than enough
Hey,
from
LJ, can you
this
go
stream.
over to that camera angle? I gotta take a potty break.
Absolutely.
Real.
Like actually?
Don't make Vard.
Oh no! Don't trip over the cables, man. Okay. Var's literally crawling. Var's
Oh my
crawling
gosh.
underneath everything. Var's doing the
Falling
work.
on the floor.
Okay.
He made it.
Getting to the door.
Thank you. Jezco, €5. Forgot to mention the goat art farts. Brainstorm was cool too. I never had the money to sub to the Patreon, so consider all these euros as compensation. Well,
Thank you
Thank
for like
you.
your
You don't-
farts.
it was a great show. It really
Parts
was.
fun.
We should do it again sometime.
We should
do it
maybe
again. You
all
never-
the all
maybe
these
it's too
shows
early to
coming
end the
back
channel.
on TTV.
Well, art farts, we
See
could
you
do
soon.
that on other initiatives, like that's a timeless kind of idea. Then Jet Indy,
Man,
another
Jet
long time
Indy. Yeah.
fan, $200. Wow. So thank you guys for all the amazing memories and laughs over all these years. I first discovered you guys when the G2 leaks first dropped, and I'll always remember those brick fairs following its end.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for everything, and congratulations on the wedding.
Hey, me
Varpal.
too, buddy. Oh, and yes, congrats, Marple. But I just want to say super quick, Jet Indy, I still have those brickheads. Thank you so much.
Real? No, for real. That's incredibly generous. You're a real one. You're a long time fan. Thank you for everything. Suddenly Oranges, another legend. $5 super chat. 15 years is a long time. Good luck with whatever y'all do. Thank you. The feeling is mutual. You're another long time Bionicle content
From
creators.
one legend to another.
From one legend to another.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
still waiting
you.
for the next entry to, what was it, Reviving Bionicle?
Yeah,
Yes.
we will always be there, waiting with bated breath for whatever you do, because you make really good stuff, and you're a legend.
Contact me for voice talent.
I'm
Coming
pretty
at them.
sure Oranges is all right for voice talent. Microsoft Sam has that entire project covered.
I could do a really good robot voice. Want to see?
Just get
Sure.
a vent sound bait.
Okay, yeah, actually, I'm sold.
McTorin in the chat, LJ's Adventures in Mexico, epilogue.
I need to get to Guadalajara to get my
Slifer Slacker 29 says, just got here. What the heck is going on? Is this the end of the channel?
Yeah,
no, but also, yes.
Soon.
Yes,
like,
and
Soon enough.
We're there's look. I
We're
would say-
deleting the channel.
Here's the thing.
We're deleting your headphones.
Here-
We're deleting these mics. We're deleting each other.
Here's
This
the
is
thing,
it.
right?
The
I'm
end.
back.
Bye.
Welcome back, Var.
Welcome back
you
to
guys
the end of
doing?
the channel.
just to like be totally candid, I know we've said it a few times, but like it merits repeating. The channel isn't like, it can't go away. Like it's a
I mean, it
YouTube
could.
channel. As long as YouTube exists, if any one of us wanted to log in and make a video, we could, unless someone changes the passwords, locks us all out. You know what I mean?
Invictus analysis will return.
We all have that individual ability, and we always have done, and we just haven't. Like the output has slowed, so that's like a personal interest accountability thing. I think it speaks for itself. The podcast as a collective show needs a lot of us to participate. It needs like buy-in. we're giving it a ceremonial end, knowing that none of us present here will ever want to make another episode. That's why it's kind of having a formal end. The channel, I mean, you know, say everybody here wants to end it, but then in a week I want to make a top 10, you know. They might think I'm an idiot for doing it, but, like, I could. That's why we're not yet formally ending the channel, but we are the podcast. Does that mean the channel's going to have, like, 20 videos coming out soon? No. Realistically, no. What, LJ? You look like you're going to say something.
No.
Did you want to continue reading super chats?
Yes.
Or? Okay, go for it.
We're almost caught up.
Dude, we're not going to be caught up.
It's just going to keep going.
Leoxander Magnus, $2. Thanks for a great 12 years of TTV, a.k.a. Talk to Vin. Real.
That's real.
Krasix Animations, €2. Is this a bad time to ask where Feffy is? Living her life happily.
Living her life.
You know?
But we may hear from her later.
Yes, we may hear from her later on.
We're still in. If this is a question as to where we stand with her, we're still in good contact. We're still good friends with her and everything.
Yeah,
like, nothing bad's gone wrong. She, if anything, I think she could just got burnt out of the content creation thing sooner than some of us.
Yeah,
And
She
so
did, but
just kind of
also
faded out.
she lives, you know, in a whole other
On the
country,
side of the
in a
world,
totally
yeah.
different time zone. It was really difficult to be able to have it aligned to where we were all free at the same time and able to do things together like that.
We barely like call as much as we used to, even the people who are here present, let alone the people in other time zones.
There was once a time when we were kids and we would have a Skype call literally every single day for hours and hours on end, and that has now...
I mean, we could still do that. You guys are just quitters.
Yeah, you guys are just quitters. No, but that has reduced down to basically like once a week at this point, and even then that's kind of spotty because we're just so busy. We've got lives outside of this, so
yeah,
imagine that. But now you're adding in like a 10-hour difference. It becomes kind of impossible to maintain like that level of relationship. So
yeah, it's just
we still love Fleff. Fleff is still a great part of our
always,
but it's definitely harder to have her participate in everything at this point.
We love you, Fleff.
We love you, Fleff.
Love you, Foofy.
You're a real one. Angel Hernandez, 1999, aka Tacuma 03. Been watching you guys since middle school. I'm almost out of college. I missed out on G1, but got to enjoy what I missed out on with your Bionicle lore videos. Had a blast hanging out with you guys. Thank you. Shout outs. We hung out with him a good deal at Brick Fair a few years back.
Angel's awesome.
He's a real one.
Great.
We love him.
Yeah.
Big Easy 7417, $20. First time I discovered this channel, I was laughing my guts out on eBay today. Shredder Claw.
Shredder Claws.
That's
that was a good bit.
Is that like our chicken jockey? Shredder Claws.
Kind of.
Yeah, if there was ever a TTV movie and they said Shredder Claws,
That would be it.
That's what you want the
popcorn.
I
That's the
am
popcorn
Vin.
moment. Yeah, everyone's gonna throw popcorn. Soda's gonna be sucked up the noses of everybody in that theater. It's gonna be great.
Got a comment from Ulti. Invictus analysis situation is crazy.
Yeah, I saw that.
Iggy the Koopa, Canadian 279. Thanks for the amazing 15 years. Hashtag Solek worst set. Real.
Right
real,
on. Somebody
real.
has sense.
Real. Stinky Doodle, $5. They're deleting the memory from our brains after this. The entire cast will be unpersoned. I've seen the code. You believe the lame stream media lies.
Guys, I think he's onto us.
And the final super chat for now, Sabretooth Studios 199 started around G2. Thanks for 10 years of laughs.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, now all you guys chill with the super chats. Let us actually
You
have
can
a
break.
podcast.
You can break for a
Yeah,
bit.
we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Hold
Yeah.
your money. Hold your cash.
The other person that isn't going anywhere is the ghost of Samantha Umstead, who died in a sewer and kills you.
How did
unless
you
you
guys?
tell her
How
story.
did you guys enjoying your weeks?
It's too late, man. Someone kill his mic.
No. I made
Cut the
it.
feed.
I made
He
it.
can
That's-
cut his mic.
I got one more. I got one more.
Okay, well, we'll just mute you for the rest of the
Okay,
day.
Yeah, we
that's
could just
fine.
mute you or talk
That's-
over you.
That's insane.
How's your guys' week? Outside
It's
of,
been
It's been
My
a good
luggage is
week.
in Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a super great week. So.
Better than LJ's.
Yeah, I gotta say, I've had a very, very nice week. it's been a
very
pretty great week.
Guys, tell us a little bit what happened. What happened this week, guys?
Well, we already mentioned.
I know.
I got to hang out with my friends.
yeah, we got to
Yeah.
hang
We
out.
got to hang out with
enjoy some
friends.
food. We went shopping a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit.
We went out and did
A little
lot of
too
shopping.
much.
We've done a
Yeah,
lot
okay,
of
we did a
shopping
lot of
so
shopping.
far. Made
Right.
you went to like a
Yeah.
retro game store. Or was it Limited Run?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
I bought basically a new wardrobe,
Yeah.
one that's here
Yeah.
and not in Mexico.
Delta, you owe him so much.
I mean, honestly though, like it's criminal the amount of stuff he's had to buy.
I bought this today, this morning, this red flannel, because I really wanted to wear red flannel
Oh, I
for
just
this.
realized you managed to get the
I
red flannel.
did. This is thanks to
We're-
Ven and Mary,
Oh.
because I went with them this morning just on a whim because they were going to go get breakfast, and I was like,
Shout
I'll
out
go
to
with
Yeah, I
them.
Plato's
wasn't there.
Closet.
Yeah, we went to Plato's Closet, so it's thanks to them that I was able to pull this off. Yes.
Oh, hey,
Nice
heck
Corbett's.
yeah, nice. That's awesome. Cool. But yeah, no,
Do
it's
we
been
wanna-
a good week. We had our wedding on the 5th. So a nice little Cinco de Mayo wedding.
It was a
Revenge of the
beautiful
Fifth.
ceremony with some great company and delicious food.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dinner was outstanding. That
Yeah.
food was so filling.
I'm really happy with how everything worked out. We tried to do like more of a smaller, more intimate wedding, save as much money as we could. So, and I think that we hit a nice balance between it being, still formal and everything, but not like, this giant, massive thing. So,
Yeah.
no, everything worked out really well. Everything went smoothly. No problems. It was great.
It was kind of funny because the actual wedding itself was maybe like 10 minutes at most.
Yeah.
almost, yeah.
Real?
I did forget my wedding band. we literally got up to the magistrate. We were right there, ready to be married, and that's when I realized I don't have my wedding ring.
Oh, no.
I thought you were
No.
joking. Like
I was not. I didn't realize it until that moment, and I'm like, oh no. But thankfully,
Now we gotta
Purple's,
do it again.
Purple's mom came in clutch and just gave me her wedding band, and I was able to slide
Dang.
that on. And no one was the wiser.
gonna have the do-over, bro.
That was clutch.
Yeah, very clutch.
Let's
very
go. Let's
clutch.
go back. Second take.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of funny because when we were asked for witnesses, like half the crowd just shot their hands up really quick.
We only needed 2, but the whole freaking room shot their arms up.
Because it's full of people who love you.
No,
Yeah.
my so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, who were the fine witnesses that day? If you would-
I don't know.
Kind of ended up with a couple of losers.
Yeah.
hey, we witnessed that. We witnessed you saying that.
Yeah, we witnessed everything about you.
Gosh dang.
Everything.
Great head
What?
turn.
Wait, hold on. What?
What does that
What?
mean?
What?
Whoa.
What?
Did I say that in the mic? We witnessed everything about you.
Wait, what? No, you didn't need to say it again. It's creepy.
Everything.
No, stop it.
LJ, you were there, bro. You were the witness.
I hope
No.
you
Yeah, you
enjoyed
did
the
witness.
show.
No,
But yeah,
what? No.
LJ and I had the honor of signing off as your witnesses, and that was such a highlight.
What,
that might have been the
genuinely-
highlight for me.
Yeah, one of the highlights of this entire trip. Genuinely, seriously.
I'm glad you guys appreciated it so much.
Yeah, you were very loved.
No.
Real.
Thanks, guys.
You were both very loved.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
got to meet some of our friends and family too.
It was
Yeah.
really nice.
Meeting Mike Shinoda was really fun.
Not quite.
He came in
Even if
town
it was
for the
from,
wedding.
about 2,000 feet away. But, who's counting?
We all looked so well dressed too. Everybody looked amazing.
We had good formal
We have
attire.
a picture of everybody, I think.
We
I-
do.
I don't know if we can pull that up.
Nah, not easily.
Will it be the
Uh,
thumbnail, LJ? Or will
It
not
could be. That's going to need deliberation.
It might be the thumbnail.
If someone has the picture, you can bring it to a camera, like one of these cameras, and just like,
That's true.
I can
Just
I
like-
could give it to Purple and she could just.
yeah.
She can use her extendo claw.
Here, Zach has it, I think. Go to the Varpal wedding planning chat, and it should be like the 4th most recent message.
I'm just gonna mention while you guys do this that 2 of my favorite videos on the channel are 1, creepy crawler, give me $1, and 2, the extendo claw. All right,
Dude.
there's the
Back a
photo.
little bit.
The extendo claw is iconic.
Oh,
there
nice.
you
There
go.
we
That
go.
looks good.
That focus.
It's a very excellent picture. You can see we're all dripped out.
And now it's dark. And now it's bright again.
Yeah.
Everyone
like
looks
my
so
future.
good.
So good, dude.
So that might be the thumbnail. The
That might be
final thumbnail.
the
Maybe not.
thumbnail
We
of all
also took-
thumbnails.
We also took some photos of us in our mask in our suits too. I'm gonna send that to Purple to show you guys too, because those are some pretty cool photos as well.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was a great time though. Everything. I was very stressed going up to this. Planning a wedding is not fun. I hope to never have to do that again. We didn't use a wedding planner or anything, so I just did it all by myself. And wedding planners might actually be a worthwhile investment sometimes. Sometimes it actually is nice to have someone else do everything for you.
I'll file that away.
I hear you.
Ben is
think-
also not doing
I
wedding.
think I'm just gonna plan it myself.
Oh, man.
Good luck.
Just take some tips from VAR. I mean,
Yeah,
you
really.
got this.
Yeah.
That's true. No, it seemed a daunting thing to put together, even at the scale you did, but it worked really well. I thought it was a beautiful ceremony, and I'm honored that you wanted to include all of us.
Yeah.
And that we had this like kind of before and after kind of fun activity thing to kind of wrap around it. It's really nice. It's been a wonderful week.
Yeah, the picture purple.
No, not yet. I'm still
Oh.
pulling it up.
Oh,
Okay,
gotcha.
No problem.
Hurry up.
No,
People
no,
are
in-
waiting.
In the meantime, you can do super chats.
I could.
Oh yeah, we got.
Because there's
a
already
few.
been like a bunch.
I just sent them, so she.
First one that I found was from
okay.
Linky for $1.99. Never forget, 14B 2020.
No.
Or we're gonna have amnesia.
Whoa.
Look at us.
Yes.
Let's go.
So someone mentioned earlier, they were like, I didn't realize that anyone else had masks. They're recent acquisitions.
They are.
Ven is the crafter behind Vars and Mesos. I commissioned him for Mesos his birthday last year, and Vars mask was a wedding gift from the two of us, both
Yeah.
Ven and I.
Very.
It was such a good wedding gift, dude. Like, genuinely, he pulled that. He walked into the house with that on, and I didn't even like know how to react really, because like it was so like cool and unexpected that like it kind of felt like. In a weird way, it felt like being in a car crash. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever been in a car crash.
This isn't happening.
But yeah, it's like you get into it and you're so like shook that the world around you kind of stops existing and you're just sort of like there. And that's kind of how it felt when I got that mask. I was like, wow.
Because
Like-
the other thing is, and we can quickly turn them on.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's show that off.
Meso. No.
It's on this side right here.
I think
Yes!
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, they all
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah.
Light up eyes.
Yeah,
No,
dude.
So cool, dude.
Vin, you're an absolute legend.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My hands were
I'm glad it
shaking
all
as I was
worked
picking
out.
it up and stuff. Like,
actually?
yeah, dude. Yeah, my hands were shaking. It was really cool.
Like,
Honestly,
honestly,
Yeah, it was awesome.
LJ, it gives me a lot of respect for how you were able to do Brick Fair wearing your mask. Like that one year where you were showing your face and you just had to walk around with
Yep.
it.
Yep. Because I was gonna do the face reveal a few months after Break Fair, but I needed to do something. It helps that my mask is smaller than your guys's, so it's a lot lighter weight.
Yeah.
It's easier to move around in.
Mine is huge, but
Yeah,
it looks
ours
cool.
is definitely
And
a bit
like,
clunkier to wear.
The thing is, though, like both of yours are good sizes. Like they fit you guys so
yeah,
well.
I have a big head, so
They're-
it works.
Ours is definitely more proportional to like actual bonkles, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas LJ's is more proportional to a human
Yeah.
person.
I guess the
But-
shape of the mirror being more
Oh
round
my God.
than
Yeah,
the others
it's a little-
makes it easier to kind of scale it to a
Yeah,
human head.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure.
Because Bionicle heads are like kind of pointy.
Yeah,
So no, it works out great. But
they look great. I mean,
we're gonna
no
turn the
complaints here,
lights
man.
off.
Good call.
Right on.
Turn yours off.
All right.
I got you.
But yeah, I'm gonna do a few more super chats, and then I wanna get Zach in here. He can take my spot if you don't wanna.
It's all right.
Just a few more. Big Easy 7417 $10 said, "Don't forget the Wolverine claws."
Oh yeah,
That's
Wolverine claws.
very true. Classic. Iggy the Koopa Canadian 699 from finding you guys back in 2013 with the "Did Hero Factory kill Bionicle autopsy" video. I will miss you guys, but also happy for you. Well wishes. Very, very
Thank
kind. Weeb with a Wacom, $5. All the familiar faces coming out today. Thank you. Meeting you guys at Brick Fair 2016 is a core memory for me. Thanks for the decade plus of laughs. Congrats to Var and Purple. Happy for you too.
That was a core memory
Thank
for
you.
me too.
Bionic Punk asked, "Var's rings are in Mexico as well?" No. You just left them.
Thankfully, I got it, so we're all good.
Look at it, it's so beautiful.
Stinky Doodle, $5. Gonna leave so I don't spend more money. Love you all. Kisses Meso on the cheek.
I'm glad you're leaving, Stinky Doodoo.
I can kiss Meso on the cheek for you.
I'm glad you're taking the ghost of Samantha.
No,
instead, who
no,
died in
no,
a
no,
sewer and
no,
kills you
no,
unless
no,
you tell her
no,
story
no,
5
no,
times.
no.
That's 5. That's 5. I'm free. I'm done.
Well done, LJ.
Mary's
Watch him
looking at me.
immediately get a call from Delta.
That would be, I was just thinking that too. It was like,
Get
what
a
if
call
they
from
actually call him
Samantha.
right
Real.
now? It's so
Like-
crazy.
Alexander Magnus asked, what happened to the Bionicle autopsy video about BZP? Like the monopoly of BZP?
Oh.
He took that down a little
Yeah,
a
we took-
decade ago.
Yeah, we took that down ages ago. It was because like it wasn't really a good video, to be honest. A lot of that video was like composed out of like silly little like rumor speculation that we had together.
Yeah.
Without any like real anything like backing.
A lot of it was
anything.
hard to like concretely prove.
Yeah.
It's just kind of speculation.
And not
that's been
only
passed
was it
around.
hard to prove, I think we were literally just wrong. So like, yeah, it was a dumb video that we made as kids, speculating about people that we didn't know. We were the parasocial like
Yes.
viewers in that scenario where we were just kind
Yeah.
of So we realized that it was a silly video, so we took it down after the fact. So I don't think anybody asked us to or anything. We just
No one did.
we just decided it was kind of a dumb video.
Yeah.
So
Real. The next one, Goji King 54, $2. Was that the one you wanted to read, Zach?
One night and one more time. Thanks for the memories.
Thank you, Zach. And I appreciate you, Goji King. Then Lil Johnny, $9.99. LJ,
I don't know if I can do that voice anymore.
give me your best shot.
I seriously appreciate all of the memories over the years.
The crows are out today.
I seriously appreciate all the memories over the years, and this show was a major staple in my childhood. We love you and thank you, TTV, for everything.
That was pretty good.
that wasn't
Now-
too bad.
now
once
can
you
you
got
get a-
past that.
Yeah. Once I got,
I had,
once I escaped from the
He was
zoo.
just warming up.
I had
Yeah.
I had forgotten. Like there was a thing I wanted to do. I wanted to like I totally forgot it, so it's my bad. I wanted to like have an ad for this final episode. That
You
was
have
like
literally never mentioned that once in the entire plan
Yeah, I
of this
know.
episode.
I forgot it a long time ago.
Yeah,
I
clearly.
wanted to have adult Johnny like coming back.
Grown
but
Johnny.
We don't have anything to advertise.
oh,
Big
okay.
John,
I mean, we
so-
can do adult Johnny.
Big Johnny can advertise the new projects that we
Yeah.
put out whenever
Big
they
John.
come out. If
Sure,
they
you
ever
know
come
what?
out,
Yeah, that works. I'm down for that.
you have to voice them though.
Yeah,
I
you have
can
to
do
voice
that.
Big Johnny, LJ. Try it.
But you have to not sound like you.
I will try.
You know, you
Try
have
it,
to sound
LJ.
big.
Give us your all.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I'll sound as
big It's as I me, can. Big Johnny. I'll sound
like a real boy.
I'm gonna sound real big. Yeah, what's the big idea?
Hey,
It's me,
hey,
Little
hey,
John.
hey,
What's
come
the
on,
problem?
get me a drink.
Hey,
I need-
forget
I need
about
a-
it. I'm
you know,
walking.
like a
Hey,
glass of
hey,
milk
what's
or
going
something,
on?
all right?
Give me some
I'm
chocolate
kinda thirsty.
milk. Where's
I'm
the
dying
chocolate milk?
from
Give me some
stuff like
cookies with the
thirst here.
chocolate.
All right, all right,
What's
all
the
right.
Just
pasta on the
like
side? Hey,
nutrients.
Enough
I can make
shenanigans.
macros. What's the big
Milk.
idea? You
I
know,
I was
See,
over
I
it
have
before it
walked
started.
Order! I demand order. Yashin with ZAR $70 or 70. I'm not familiar with what ZAR is, but thank you so much.
It's
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I first discovered TTV from the Chima coverages in 2013 and have been following the channel ever since. Thank you for all the amazing content and memories you've created over the years. How many fans did we get from the Chima coverages?
yeah, no kidding.
Apparently a lot.
And
Like-
to have them
It's 'cause
come
no one
back.
wanted to
Yeah,
watch the show.
exactly.
no one wanted to
Yeah,
watch.
no one wanted to watch
people that not only found us through it but are still here. It's strange. And then finally, for now, the Critical Wookie 93, $10. First started watching back in 2013 with those early recap reviews and Bionicle Autopsy. I used to watch the channel religiously during G2. Thanks for all the entertaining content over the years. That was definitely the peak of our activity levels
Oh, yes.
and prominence.
I've charted it. It is.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And everyone, very, very kind messages.
Envy, how are you doing today?
Yeah, but
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm
Actually, I
good.
might be
man.
leaning.
I just want to check in on you. You know, make sure you're doing all right. You got some water over there?
I had my soda over there, but
I
didn't
offered
bring
for him
any
to bring it over. He didn't want it to be on camera.
I'm good. I don't need any sponsorship.
He doesn't want to give any advertising. The nondescript soda brand.
Yeah,
Were,
tap water for life.
were you able to finish up that last analysis? I don't remember.
I still have many analyses to make, and I've just been too lazy to work on them. But it's still on the table to keep working on them.
Oh,
so
hey, there you go.
That's kind
There's
of one
still
of the things
content
I
coming.
was alluding at earlier. Is like people might just want to do things, and I'm not gonna block him from finishing the analysis.
Well,
LJ's
that's
definitely
complicated.
he's definitely listened to me brainstorm ideas. It's just hard to find the motivation to rehash that comedy style because it's
Real.
just like I want to finish it, but I don't necessarily like making videos in that style anymore. Like I just can't get the funny out of it
You
for
can't
me.
get, like,
So
the
I'm just kind of
energy
like
up.
always waiting for like some wave of inspiration to just like hit me and like, oh my gosh, I'm ready. But it's been years since my last one, and I'm just still kind of drawing blanks. But I still want to finish it. I just don't know
Well,
when.
Those ideas are really good. I've heard them, and
Mm-hmm.
they're, as usual when it comes to your ideas, absolutely hilarious.
I believe in you, and whatever we can do to help, we will. It's not like you won't be able
Oh,
to
there's
recruit us.
some ideas. I just have to remember what I was working on last time, and I was gonna corral you guys for an idea, and then I just didn't get around to it.
Nah, just keep
Yeah.
cooking, dude. Keep that in the oven for as long as it needs.
We got a nice comment from Dark Python at work, so I can't stay, but it's been a blast watching y'all. You guys inspired me to get involved in the LEGO community, and I've had so many great times with all of you. Much love, Shannon. Shout out, Shannon. Brick Fair crew.
Hi, Shannon. I hope you're
Much,
doing well.
Much fun
out.
had. Yeah, I want to see the analyses conclude. What was your? Well, it might be spoilers. I was gonna ask what game you were gonna stop with. Because obviously there's like a gory defender.
I
but
think
you
that
could do
is what
G2.
it was. No, it was either gonna be a gory defender or Glatorian arena.
Okay.
Ugh, Glatorian Arena.
We had some cool ideas. Oh, someone's
Not it.
headphones are.
There's a buzzing.
Oh, it's coming from the thing.
What is
Oh,
the
no.
thing? What is the thing?
This. No, it's coming from
There's a buzzing.
It's-
We're trying to figure
Oh,
it out.
freak! Defuse!
All right, we're kind of back, possibly.
We are
Back.
so back.
All right, here. Do you want these? More?
I don't know if that's gonna help. But
All right.
All right. Let us know how we sound.
Wait,
We had
What?
to turn off and back on the sound receiver, and that may or may not have messed up levels. We're gonna figure it out on the fly.
I can't tell because
Okay.
sound back. I mean, everybody.
That's fine.
Yeah,
saying
so
sound
just
back.
The buzzing
sound
is
back.
gone at least.
Let us know the levels, man. Say something.
Hello, testing the. I can see my.
Okay.
it looks like it's working.
That's
but-
miraculous.
All right, we're good.
Just turn it off and turn it on
The
again.
receiver just randomly made like a
Hashtag
bzzz,
we
and we
back.
had to unplug, like turn
yeah,
it off and back on.
we've got a wild setup today. So,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah, everything
cool.
sounds good. All right,
Very
cool.
good.
That's a Christmas.
VAR is
Ours
really quiet again.
Which mic was yours?
I thought it was
Uh,
4.
Bop, 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 bop. The one.
6. VAR is 6.
There is.
Okay, try it, Var.
Yo, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing?
Seems
I am VAR.
That seems.
It
better.
should be fine.
Yeah,
he's
try
in,
that.
He's in the red on our side.
Yeah.
So.
But for some reason, it looks like Streamlabs is not quite.
That's good. I
picking it
think I
up.
turned everyone down.
VAR
so,
sounds
Oh,
good
okay.
now.
Okay, everyone's saying I'm good now.
Okay.
Okay. Well, just let us know. We can
Yeah.
try to tweak things on the fly.
Yeah.
Did you want to continue with the super chats?
I mean,
if you got to the
they're just
critical
constantly
looking-
coming here.
Just
Let's
super chat reading stream one
let's
day.
swap Zach in. Mange, do you
Yeah.
wanna rock paper scissors for it?
No, I'll just sit
Okay.
out. It's fine.
Okay, we'll get you back in.
Transition me out.
We might have to ignore the super chats for a bit so we can actually have a
Yeah,
show.
we will get back to them. I promise. Before we end, we'll read everything.
We should
Do
do
we-
it at the end, I
we-
suppose. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that works.
because we also have a lot to cover today.
We do. Yeah. So
Let's actually get through the docket of
that's
things
what
to
we'll
do.
do.
So
Mary, you want to come over? Want to say hi?
You
Okay.
can wait. You can wait?
She'll say hi at
Okay.
the end.
wait.
Now would
until
be a good
when?
time.
Yeah, now's the time.
Get your
You've-
part
you've
done.
done
Get
your
out of
waiting.
here.
Come over. You're
I've done my waiting.
you're
12
Mary.
years of it.
You're small.
Mary,
Mary,
Azkaban.
Mary, Mary,
You're Mary,
Speech,
Mary. Now see, you could have just come over and it wouldn't have been such a big show.
All of that made me want to vomit.
Hi, Mary. See,
Mary.
Mary's like small. She can like crouch in between. Like,
Yeah, I am pretty tiny. I can just chill here.
Hey guys,
Chair.
Hey guys.
Chair.
Yeah,
Is
Purple
it-
said to share a chair.
Is it little
You can
Zach?
try it.
Chair, chair.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah.
probably
No.
not, but
Gosh, babe, why are you giving
I'll,
them such
I'll,
bad
I'll just
advice?
hold the mic up like this. It should be okay.
So, Leah Zander asks, "Does Mary count as the last guest?" Not fully. She's not like a full host, but she's also not like.
I mean,
She's been on the show before.
I've been, I think, on this podcast like 2 or 3 times, and then I've been on a Knack and Jay.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
you're
you're
known.
one of the cooler Knack and Jays. It lost to our longest ever video by like a matter of seconds, wasn't it? Like one of our crystallized discussions
That
is still the
sucks.
longest
it's,
one.
That's
it's
terrible.
another reason.
A
for
man's
me to
coming
make
at me
Drago,
like it's
so-
not called Neck and Zach or Zach and Jay. I'm like, what?
It
was-
isn't called Zach and Jay.
Well, it's
Zach.
not called Mary and Jay.
No, but I mean, we've had very few guests on Knack and Jay. I think
Yeah, that's fair.
Var was one.
Yeah.
Mary
Yeah.
was another. Like,
Original KI was one.
yeah,
I think I was one.
I think so.
Yeah, you might have been.
So I mean, it was a nice talk. It was about like going through Bionicle as a new fan, and the experience was
How was it?
I'm not gonna go watch that episode.
well, summarize it in one word.
Bionicle.
Okay,
Nice.
well,
That's a good word. True.
Mary, what are your thoughts on Bionicle?
It exists. It's fine.
Wow, it exists. She hates Bionicle,
I don't
everybody.
hate
I hope,
Bionicle.
It's
audience,
fine.
all the
No,
people
no, no, no.
watching right now, I want you to know
It's
she
alright.
hates Bionicle
Don't
and she
send
hates
harassment my
you.
way.
No,
I think her exact words were, "You get what you bleep and deserve."
no,
Yeah,
that is what
I
she
heard her
said,
say
yes.
that.
Mary.
No, but unironically,
Unironically, though.
she did
She
say
wished
I did
death
say that.
upon all of you.
I don't know. Mary is a being comprised mostly of hate, and that was very mellow for her. That's basically.
I get it from you.
That's a That's basically co-signing on Bionicle.
that. Real.
Yeah,
But
she says that something's fine. That's actually very high praise
Mm-hmm.
coming from her.
That's true.
I love her very much. She's the only one who can match my hater
Mid
energy.
means like
That's
S
a-
tier in
what?
Mary language.
Excuse
You
me?
don't have hater energy.
Right,
Not like she does.
flashback to 2015.
No. No, you don't have it. You love too many things. That's the problem.
Bruh.
You love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to watch it longer than the entire runtime of One Piece. You love
It's-
Destiny too much to where you won't uninstall the friggin' thing. You love Bionicle so much. That's the reason we're still here
LJ.
doing this.
LJ, it's
Mom
not
and Dad are
just
fighting.
longer than the original runtime of One Piece. It's twice as long as the
Jeez
runtime of One
Louise.
Piece.
Meso.
I crunched the numbers.
Meso.
Yes.
Get therapy. Like a real therapist.
I'm clean. I haven't watched Shield since I saw it with her. When was that?
When was that? I don't remember. Like 2022, 2023?
Yeah, I'm like 3 years gone from watching Shield. But I mean, I'm always fiending for my next
Hey,
hit.
Meso, you
Yeah, I
wanna
feel like
rewatch
whenever we
Shield?
talk about
Yeah,
TV
bro.
shows, Mess is
let's
like,
do it.
I don't have the time to watch any TV shows. I can't keep up with
Listen,
anything.
it's okay because like I match as freak with Glee. I watched Glee like a lot.
That's why we're so perfect for each other.
We're gonna
Wow.
like go to your guys' house and you're gonna put something on TV and it's gonna be like a 1 in 2 chance of being Shield.
Yes, it was. We-
One and two chance.
We had
Wanted
because
to. Those are some crazy odds.
Mary and I are long distance for now, and like on our trips, sometimes we'll just like be building Lego, or we'll just be chilling at like an Airbnb, and we'll need to put something on the TV, and it's usually one or both of those things. We like watched a season of Glee that we'd already seen, and like season 1 of Shield is just like background noise. Zach,
You're
how you
fine.
doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, talk louder than that, buddy.
Yeah,
Come on
talk louder and talk
Enunciate.
into the
And
mic.
I am into the microphone.
well. How are you?
I mean, I'm asking you that.
You have
We've
any
been
highlights of the trip, our hangouts so far, Zach?
Honestly, it's just been great to be here. Like, everything has been so fun, and I've desperately needed a vacation.
Stop.
Oh, 50
Wait, what did you
hours,
say?
60-hour work weeks, am I right?
She called you a
She
sap,
called you a
bro.
sap.
Yeah.
Sap.
What about it?
Sap
Huh?
Higginson.
I'll own it. I'll own it.
I get that, like, because the weeks leading up to this
No
trip
response.
have been very, like, bad for me. So I needed
Same.
this.
Everybody needed a vacation.
Yeah, we were all feeling it.
April
I just
want to
make funny internet videos. Why do I have to work for 60 hours?
It'd be fun if we could hang out more than twice a year, you guys.
Right?
That would be.
Purple has been angling to get these people to move forever.
And I mean, listen,
everything
I'm
required to
trying.
make these hangouts
She is
happen
trying.
costs so much money.
Yeah, that's true.
3 of the people at this table will be doing that, and they will be moving to make that happen. The other 3, however, are the holdouts.
Yes.
I go where my better half
AKA,
goes.
I'm broke.
Yeah. GL is an airline pilot, and that's her. Well,
Airline
you're getting
pilot in the
there.
making.
You already have
In
a
the
pilot's
making.
Airline
license.
pilot to be.
Yeah, she already has.
I go where she goes.
You just got promoted
Yeah,
by
that's true.
Meso.
She's a commercial pilot.
We go where no one
Meso,
goes.
Get your facts straight.
So,
What fake news is this?
Well, it wouldn't be TTV without misinformation.
Yeah, that's true.
We've been trying to peer
True,
pressure
true.
her into moving to North Carolina, so we can get her.
Because if
into
she
that
moves
program.
here, then I move here. So
Meanwhile, Mary is. We are planning our move, so we
We're
can live
working
together.
on it.
We're working on it.
We're gonna kidnap Mary. Is essentially how it's gonna work.
That is true. They're going to kidnap
are you telling me we have 2 planned desert
probably
heists?
plan out
Mary
kidnapping
and
sometime
Hose
just to
Ricks?
make sure our schedules
Dude.
all align.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
need
we
to get
gotta,
the
we gotta
time
make sure
off.
we're all free for that.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Should we get ski masks too, or is that a little much?
I've got one right here.
We
I'll
can get some
bring the U-Haul.
machetes.
Macheting sound
Why
fun.
would we need machetes?
Well,
To break down the doors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please
you
don't bring
never know
machetes.
who's gonna be in the
My
way.
house is a rental.
well, we take out the landlord first, and then.
Oh
Like,
my god.
Oh my god.
Nothing to do with this.
well, gotta have a little bit of fun.
Real.
What?
I'm not,
Yeah. Alexander Magnus asks, "Wait, is LJ moving?"
Stop reading the chat.
I mean, it's relevant.
We're supposed to be talking.
Not even a super chat.
Dude, we haven't started talking about the Linkin Park
just kinda
concert we
slipped
went
that
to
in.
last
Have
night.
not. We
Okay.
need to start.
We need to start talking about the
Happy
Linkin Park
belated
concert that
birthday,
we went to
Emily.
last night.
Dude, we got to go on Emily's birthday. That
Happy
was
birthday,
We
crazy.
saw
Emily
Linkin
Armstrong.
Park at Emily Armstrong's birthday. It
She's
was actually really
so
cool.
Hot.
Real. Thank you, Mary.
I'm
She's
sorry.
a very
I just had
good
to
looking
say
person, yeah.
She was very good. Dude, her voice sounded so good
Everything
live.
sounded
Right?
so good live.
Everything, dude. The guitars were so crunchy live, dude. Oh
Crunchy.
my
Made me
god.
want to eat a crunch bar.
The
Made me
bass
wanna go to
drum.
Crunch Fitness and get crunched.
I could feel the bass drum and the bass guitar.
Break me off a
the
piece of
chest.
that Kit Kat bar.
Oh, that was making
Whoa,
me
buddy.
cough. Like I could, it was rattling me.
Yeah,
and I
it
was
was
like,
it was triggering his allergies.
Oh really? That's crazy.
He's allergic to sounds.
They started playing What I've
Real.
Done. He went,
little Johnny.
Dude, no, it was a wonderful time.
it
I've
was
al-
so surreal.
I've
'cause
only
we've
been to
linking-
2 concerts before.
we've
One
been
was
linking- Sorry, go ahead.
one was Essinger and one was Polyphia, and like this is
Why
what
does everybody say Polyphia?
is it
Polyphia.
Polyphia? My bad.
Polyphia.
Polyphia. But like of the 3, Linkin Park, like Vin was saying, go on. We've
Oh yeah, we've been listening to Linkin Park for ever.
yeah.
Yeah, we're huge fans of Linkin Park.
That was like one of
So.
the things we bonded over was like
Yeah.
the shared interest.
I feel like anybody
in
who's been
music.
with this channel for a really long time probably already knows that because
Yeah.
there's a lot of videos of us just like singing Linkin Park songs together and stuff
Real.
like on Brick Fair trips.
It's like a
and
TTV
whatnot.
prerequisite.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't be part of TTV unless you're a Linkin Park fan.
You and me, 2008.
Yeah, dude. Envy and I. That's what kickstarted our friendship. Was both of us posting in the official Linkin Park topic on BZ Power.
Real.
That was our first
Oh
interaction.
really? I didn't know that.
Then when he hopped on the chat room, the BZPC, that's how I recognized him. He said, "Hey, I was on the Linkin Park topic, and we were talking about the crawling demo." And I was like, "Oh, I recognize you. I remember you. Yeah." And we just kept making conversation from there, just talking about music. And it's definitely one of those full circle moments where we realize, oh, now we're finally going and seeing this band together
Yeah.
in person. not just like talking about them online as kids.
You're talking about the crawling demo, and they played crawling.
And they played crawling. They didn't play the
crawling.
part we like to reference a lot, where there's like a little rap in the demo that I was obsessed with. If they did do that, I would have lost my mind. I would have looked at him and cried. But yeah, no, it was super cool just getting to see that, and and just like singing our hearts out to every song.
Dude, all of our voices were like hoarse after that.
Oh yeah.
I was screaming the whole time.
I'm surprised that we could still talk.
Yeah,
today.
honestly, I'm surprised at how well
Same.
my voice sounds right now.
My
Like,
throat hurts so much.
after that show,
I
it was
expected
so
a lot
bad.
worse, especially because we saw it yesterday, and I
Yeah.
was like, we should come home and drink some tea, and I don't think anybody did. So I was like freaking out all morning. I was like, oh god, are people's voices gonna be worse? But
Imagine if we all showed up and just couldn't talk.
I thought that was a real
fun episode.
possibility.
We all just gotta start talking like this.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, hello and welcome to TTV. No, it worked out great. It was a wonderful show. All the best hits you could want played. Incredible.
They literally played every song I wanted to hear. It was great.
Yeah.
Anything that I had on my bucket list, they played. It was
Old
awesome.
and new. It was
Old and new,
so
yeah.
good.
Overflow was so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the light show was really, really, really
Yeah,
cool.
the light
man.
show was so on point.
Yeah.
It blew my mind.
That was definitely the best show I've ever been to. So, we've been to a decent amount at this point. So,
Did
Yeah,
you
they
like
did
it?
this
man?
cool thing where like every song had a different aesthetic on like the TV screens and stuff. It was really cool.
yeah, they basically they had like camera operators in the bottom part of the stage. So like they had it kind of feed into the screens at the top. So like it was almost like we were watching a music video in person.
Yes.
But it was live. You know, like you look
Like,
down
you
and you
could
see
still
them.
see them
yeah.
on stage doing their thing, interacting with the crowd.
Yeah.
I think that was one of my highlights, was the moment where they blended When They Come For Me with one of Mike's personal songs and a Fort Minor song. And he also kind of, in between those little transitions, he gave a hat to like somebody in the
Yeah, he had a moment
audience.
where he walked over to the crowd and
had
was
that
just
like wholesome
Yeah,
moment. It
nice
was
wholesome
really cool to
moment.
witness.
Their
Emily-
energy was so good.
Emily had a moment like that too, where she like jumped into the crowd to mosh with
Yeah.
them. Like,
Yeah, she
I
did.
saw a video of that.
Yeah.
How that went, and there was a good bit of movement there that we didn't really get to.
we
see.
couldn't see
Really?
it from where we were.
It looked pretty lame from where we were sitting.
Where we, yeah. Well,
Oh, nothing.
it was unfortunate because like you have this giant pit section, so you're wanting to see everybody in their mosh, but like only like a small little bit in the very center was moshing.
From our perspective, it very much looked like they were just
They were just standing there static.
stick
Yeah.
people- yeah.
Yeah.
Because half of them were
T-posing.
like holding up their phones to record instead
Yeah.
of living in the moment.
Lame.
Yeah,
Pretty lame.
There was a
So-
lot.
But
of
they
that.
did get some cool footage that's online.
Yeah.
So
That is true.
There's some guy, I can't remember his name. It's like Aaron's something, who's been posting like high quality videos of the concert. It's spelled like ERYNN or something. If you want to check him out.
yeah,
Oh,
some
yeah.
Good plug.
highlights on
Very
there.
good plug.
Yeah. It was a great show. I have to imagine the security was very annoyed with Emily jumping into the crowd though. Like, I was thinking, I was like, man, that cannot be safe, right? Like,
She even said right before she did it, she was like, when I do this, you all have to move to the side. That's what security wanted me to say.
okay,
So
okay,
they-
that's what
they-
that was for.
They
Okay,
planned it for sure, and then I
Got
didn't
you.
see anyone do that.
I heard that there's a security guard just right behind her the entire
Yeah.
time.
see, I thought she was setting the crowd up.
He's
to do a
just
wall of
moshing
death
with
or
her.
something, but that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. And then she got back on stage. It was like, I smell like beer.
We're forgetting about the most important thing, grandson.
Oh yeah, grandson at
Yeah,
the start.
grandson is
Grandson.
the
He was
highlight,
he was
really
alright.
cool.
He was
yeah,
alright.
he was
It's
alright.
alright.
He was fine.
Yeah.
I loved his energy. Like, he was so enthusiastic to be there and like be singing and opening for Linkin Park.
Yeah.
But his actual singing live, I've never heard any of his music prior to that. It just
It wasn't really
not-
for me.
Yeah, not my taste. Not
Yeah.
for me. But he seems really cool.
I'd only heard one of the songs before, and it was "Blood in the Water,"
Which
and
was
when-
really cool and
when-
the best song
That
he
was
played.
performed very well.
That
and-
was so cool.
And I was racking my brain where I'd heard it, and I thought it was like in a game trailer. It was from an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. music video.
Of course it was. You are so predictable.
He was cool though. I liked him.
You should make a new
Certified meso moment.
Ninjago chicken jump video with
my
that song.
Yeah, I should. I
Yeah,
should do
yeah.
that.
Encourage him.
One
Sorry,
for the road.
Ninjago chicken
Yeah,
jockey?
he's
What?
not-
I've listened to Grandson a bunch like before the concert, and I definitely think that his music is better, like just in the studio version.
I can believe it.
That's fair.
I mean, I didn't think it was bad or anything. Like he was obviously very good, and like the songs are cool. It just wasn't. I feel like the kind of the rap style that he had wasn't really like my taste.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of felt like a weird sort of mixture between like Lin-Manuel Miranda and like
Eminem.
a bit of Eminem,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, mixed with some like metal rock kind of sound. Rage Against the Machine, kind of
It
in
definitely gave me that vibe of
kind of
Rage
in that
Against the
vibe,
Machine.
yeah. But he had a lot of energy. He had some really good songs there.
I love that Bob Dylan cover.
The Bob Dylan cover was really
I
good.
think
I was
the
really into
highlight for
that.
me.
Yeah.
And the last song that he did.
Yeah. So, great show overall, though.
Shout out
Just had a lot
Grandson.
of fun.
Really, friggin' you. Oh my god.
What do you do?
What do you do now?
Someone
What happened?
posted. McTaurin posted in the chat. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon into the MCU, and no one can dispute it. And Meso pinned that comment to the entire chat.
It's true,
Bro.
but you don't got to do that.
I unpinned it. Don't worry. I have ethics.
Oh my gosh.
Still shout outs.
Don't start any polls.
I hate this guy.
You never
Yeah.
have to see him after this. It's fine.
Oh,
True. Yeah.
True, Josh.
We
Once-
cease being
yeah,
friends.
Stop
literally
talking
going
after
home
this
right
one,
after
man.
this. We all blow up.
No, I don't want that.
So when you guys said that we all die, was that like the royal we? I wasn't on here yet, so
Oh, well, now
all
that
of
you're
us.
here,
Whatever we includes you.
yeah.
if
yeah.
a bomb goes off, you couldn't escape
if you
the radius.
speak into the mic at all, that means you're included.
Mm,
Sorry, Mary.
mm.
Sorry.
We will have a sole survivor, and that's going to be GL.
Yeah, GL's escaped the radius. You want to come say hi at all, GL? She said she'll die. Well,
you just said she's going to die.
Well,
Hey, you
no.
wanna come say hi?
Well, we can make an exception for you.
She can just fly away from the bomb.
she
Yeah,
can
you
fly
can fly
away.
away.
That's
real,
true.
real.
Just fly away.
Engage
Just
Gundam.
fly, come
She
fly
flies now.
away.
She flies now.
You're going to make her puke.
You gotta go this
GL.
way around
GL.
towards where Mary is.
Yeah, come by me.
GL.
This,
Come stand by me.
is this going to count as an appearance for her?
Speech.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
assume
Yes,
so. I
she's
think
literally
that counts.
appearing. This counts as more of an appearance than anything
beautiful.
else would be.
In a way, we almost have like a live audience because like we have like 3 people not on
Say
mics,
hi,
just
Jill.
kind of chilling.
Hello.
We won't kill you, I promise.
Okay.
You're too cool for that.
Sorry, I guess I'm dying though.
Zach is dying, yes. I apologize.
Yep.
You'll have to find a way to carry on. But I'm glad. The gang's all here. Man, you should come over too. Get in the frame just so we can
get
have like
everybody
everyone here.
Yeah.
Who's main?
Everyone is
Indie.
here.
Then we'll go back to the regular setup.
Oh,
but
this
yeah.
is nice. This is good.
No.
Oh yeah,
I
look
like
at that.
this.
Look at that.
Everybody smile. It might come in handy later. I don't know. Like photo. But yeah, no, the Linkin Park concert was
That was our first
incredible.
concert
Yeah,
all
you're free.
together.
You can
as
go
like
back.
a big group.
Yeah, that was the first big group concert. So it was a lot of fun. I kind of used it as like, since our wedding didn't really have a traditional like reception at the end, the whole like premise, the idea was to use the concert as kind of the reception stand-in. So like our party,
Celebration.
yeah, our celebration, our party would be instead of getting like a DJ or like a band to play at our wedding, it would be Linkin Park.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
So. Yeah, Mike Shinoda is our
honestly
DJ.
real. It was a truly wonderful time.
Yeah.
Thank you again for taking us.
Yes,
of course,
thank
man.
you,
Of course.
Varpal the Legends.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Mr. and Mrs. Varpal.
You guys are welcome.
Real. I mean, I know Jill, you were concerned because you don't typically like loud stuff. But did you have a good time when all was said and done?
Yes.
Yes.
They got us like good seats because we didn't have anybody in front of us.
Yeah, I don't like it when there's people in front of you in concerts and they stand up and then you can't see anything because like the whole point of you going is to see the thing and also listen to the thing. But like I want to see the thing too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there was no one in front of us and that was the best thing ever.
It was hype. It was so good.
It was so good.
There was no one in front of us, but I was also so scared that someone was gonna like fall over the banister and just die.
Especially when I stood up at the end and started like dancing.
I wasn't
was
scared
like,
because I was right behind Purple, so I knew she would catch me if I fell.
would she have done?
Um,
I want to go mosh too.
No,
It was very tempting.
because Meso is very clumsy the whole time. I was just like clenching cheeks. Please stay close to the seats.
yeah.
it's not really that noticeable because of our very nature of like podcast content creators, but like I'm incredibly clumsy.
Yeah.
This trip alone, I've like dropped things. I've dropped my phone. I spilled an
He
entire
spilled
glass
tea
of,
on
like,
himself.
sweet tea
And
all
the
over my
first breakfast together, he immediately spilled on himself.
Pretty bad. Like when
We've-
we're in a Target, I have to steer him around because he's just looking at his phone.
How much? I wonder how much.
We've yet
is
to have the
this
third
willful?
spill.
It's not
How
willful.
how
I'm
much-
just a free
I wanna
spirit.
be steered around.
He wasn't meant to make it this far. We keep we keep intervening in God's
Let
plan.
nature take its course.
No. I will survive. I will survive.
We've had 2 spills. The rule of 3s. We have yet to have the third spill. It's coming.
Oh no!
Oh yeah,
It
that's
is
right. Because
coming.
you spilled popcorn all over like Mary in the movie.
Well, we're gonna see another movie, so there's always another opportunity right there.
True.
No.
All right. Well.
Did you guys want to talk about the first movie we saw this week?
Yeah, sure. We can talk about it a little bit. We saw Sinners, the Michael B. Jordan and
We did see Sinners.
And
Sinners
Michael
was
B.
good.
Jordan.
movie. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan and
Starring
Michael B. Jordan.
Jordan and Michael B. Jordan.
And his brother, Michael B. Jordan.
I didn't know like anything about it going in, and I would honestly say, if you can, keep it that way because it was fun. It wasn't really like a horror movie. I don't really know what genre to classify it as. Mary,
I
kind
Maybe
of like,
thriller or
It was
something.
Like a thriller, like a historical thriller,
Yep.
Yeah.
supernatural thriller.
Yeah.
Supernatural thriller, I think, is the definite
Yeah,
best
I
way to
think you
describe
hit
the
the nail on the
genre.
head.
but it
Yeah.
was very cool. I mean, GL's not really big into horror movies, but I don't think like you were spooked too much by it. So, that's kind of your mileage to go see it.
It was like it was a historical drama framed through a supernatural thriller, is what it was. So
With musical
Trailers are
flair
just
thrown
to-
in.
Get people to go watch it.
There was a lot
there
of
was some blood.
And a lot of music.
that did happen.
The music
Yeah,
was
it was
so
music.
good.
Music was very
Music
good.
is really good, though.
But yeah, all things considered, I would recommend seeing it. I mean, just look at the Rotten Tomatoes score. It has like insanely high
Yeah,
both audience
yeah.
and critics score. It's basically equaled out, which is very rare that ever happens. So
Definitely check it out if you're interested.
that was kind of the mark that I just knew it was going to be good. So I was
That
like,
was
yeah, I'll see
my
it.
second time watching it, and I gotta say it's so cool seeing it for the second time because you catch so many details, so many like cinematic details that you didn't catch the first time or whatever. So I was like paying a lot more attention to color and the attire and everything and the significance of those things. Little things like certain characters being outdoors while other characters are being indoors and how it like foreshadowed later events of the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was just awesome. Ryan Coogler, man.
dude's a
Killed it.
legend.
Pluto cameo.
Pluto
let's go.
cameo.
Starring
The
Pluto.
cat has entered the frame.
He doesn't have a lot to say. Oh, I scared him.
Sniff.
Sniff. Yeah, no, it was good.
What
I would
do you want me to
recommend.
do? Hit that thing?
And then later tonight we're gonna go see Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Oh, is that tonight?
That is
Oh,
tonight.
I'm hyped. Let's
Yeah.
freaking go right now, bro.
No. Thunderbolts asterisk.
What time is that at?
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Nice.
Spoilers.
No
That is at
spoilers.
9 p.m.
Okay.
9
So
p.m.
we
We're
have
good.
time.
We're good.
Good.
Dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
late
a dine-in
dinner.
theater.
You couldn't make it 8 or 7.
Actually, I don't. Well, I didn't want to run too late with this. I didn't know when
Hey,
we
but
would
now
start.
we have an excuse
I
to
was
order some
afraid we
more
would be
pizza.
like an hour or two like delayed.
Yeah, that's fair, I
Um,
guess.
Our dear friend Tacuma is saying that Thunderbolts was decent, maybe as much as good, which is high
For
praise.
him, that's
For
high
Tacuma,
praise.
that sounds like high praise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Shout
thinks
out to
everything is
Tacuma.
trashy.
Takuma also said earlier that in response to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing, he said, Messo's face is canon to TTV. That doesn't mean I have to like it. To which I would say
my
that's very cruel, Takuma. We love you too.
What is that, LJ? What you doing?
LJ's cooking.
Working
LJ's
stuff
cooking
up.
some things
Yeah.
for the back half of this episode.
I think we're already in the back half. But
We are. Technically, we're an hour and a
Yeah.
half.
Is there anything else that we want to talk about before we start getting into that stuff? Or
What else did we do this week versus what else are we like planning on doing? I mean,
A lot of dinners. A
We
lot
did
of
a
hangouts.
very last second Barnes and Noble run. Basically, they were about to close. We were like half an hour to closing, so we like rushed the store, bought a ton of books, and then just like left.
We're gonna do round 2, I think Saturday.
you're gonna buy more?
they really
Yes.
want to buy more.
spent
Why?
almost $100, and I swear I'll spend another 100.
Dude, I will find books to buy even if I have no interest in them.
Mary and Purple are like 2 peas in a pod.
We're bad influences on each other when it comes to this specifically.
You don't need moving money. You just need more books to move later.
Hey, Var, you should get another guitar.
Mary already has like what?
Can I get another guitar?
Bookshelves upon bookshelves. Like, how many books can you read? Just read ebooks.
Why do you get to get more books and I don't get another guitar?
Yeah.
Because books are like a little bit cheaper than a guitar.
But what if you
You
get?
guys were
some
just
new-
talking about how you spent like over $100 and stuff. I mean, it, was just like, it doesn't really sound that cheap to me.
Okay, well,
What
a
have I
good
done?
guitar is not $100.
To be fair, I
Well,
bought like 6 books. So.
I mean, you're right, but like also
Real,
screw
real.
you.
Okay, this
GL, should they be allowed to buy books? Should they be banned?
I think Var needs more guitars.
Okay,
Now GL is like what Mary is to Purple. Like we were at a music store, GL was like, "Hey Bar, you should buy this guitar. Hey Bar, this
Don't encourage him.
Hey, Bar, this one."
We
He's
all
the one
love each
paying
other.
rent.
We all make.
I
good
was
financial
literally like
choices.
seconds from just like buying that bass that GL picked up too. Like it was hard not to.
That was sick.
You should buy that bass.
Okay, let's go back to the music
Then you
store.
can give me your
Man, they
money.
had some nice guitars up in there. I want to go back.
You should.
Tacuma is saying, buy books, sell house, live in house made of books.
Ah, well, you know what? The way things are going, it might be in our future.
Honestly, though. Zach, have you been enjoying your week? Has this been a good trip for you?
I've not been at work, so I've been able to focus on enjoyment. It's good. It's very, very good. I've been working a lot of overtime lately, guys.
Make sure you're speaking into the mic, buddy.
Yeah, go closer. Eat it.
Yeah, you gotta kiss it.
You
I've
can-
been
you can
working a
push it
lot of
closer to you,
overtime
too.
lately, like a lot of overtime, so I'm really glad to be not at work right now.
Yeah.
Both you and GL have been like stressed recently.
Yeah, like I like my job. I even love my job most days, but I just work it too much. I want more time to
I
just
have never
make funny
heard you
videos.
say anything positive about your job.
It happens.
Which job?
The like manufacturing one.
Oh no,
I mean, honestly, I've never heard you speak
Yeah,
positively
any,
about
yeah.
a job.
I didn't
It's
know you
always
had
been
more than one
complaints.
job right now.
I just have the one job right now.
But like, yeah, any job he's ever worked.
I have
Yeah.
2 jobs right now. I like one of them.
I mean, it's good to hear that you're enjoying your job, though.
Yeah, I
that's
mean, the
good.
people that I work with are awesome, and I kind of show up and I just do the job. I put in some earbuds and I listen to audiobooks, podcasts, whatever, while I do the job. It's just I'm there for between 10 and usually 12 hours every day, and that soaks up a lot of time and energy, and it's manual labor, so.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Well, I will say that it is nice having you and GL here. It has been such a chore trying to schedule any kind of hangout with you two. So I'm glad you
Hopefully-
could finally make
What
it
is
to
that?
one.
Every movie night we have, we're like, oh, where's Zach and GL?
Well, he
what
means
is it,
digital.
Jack?
I mean in person. Like we've tried
yeah.
to do several times, and it was just like impossible.
We always
So-
got one or the other. Never
Right, we can never get both.
Right?
So
Say in defense of yourself, Jill.
I'm in college.
she's in college.
Yeah.
College is hard.
We want to hang out.
It's
with
hard
you,
now to get
Jill.
college.
Flying planes.
She's in aviation college, and I'm working more than
Sneak one
full
of your
time,
friends to
so
Another state.
hopefully I'll be able to move to weekend shifts though, so I can actually join for like the early week hangouts and such.
Oh, okay, cool, cool.
That's a goal. I want to go back and start negotiating that again because
Okay.
I was told flat no before because I'm apparently too valuable an asset for day shift, but
Oh, that's nice.
Too valuable an asset just means they can like
That's
abuse you.
manipulative language.
See, that unfortunately is the curse. Never make yourself important at work.
Well, I mean,
I didn't even try to. I just did the
there's
job.
pluses and minuses. If you're important in work, then you might not lose your job. So there's that. But,
Yeah.
But then you also get hit with all the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's that weird balance.
So
Yeah.
true.
Getting
But also-
taken advantage of, but also job security.
At
Yeah.
the same time, good job for doing your best, Zach.
Yes.
Good
Shout
job.
out.
good job, Zach.
And I'm
job,
glad
Zach.
that we could see you both because we don't get to see enough of you, and we love you both very much.
True. It would be nice if her aviation job ended up over in the East Coast.
Yeah,
Someday maybe.
it would be nice.
Possibly.
That would be.
Peer
Think about
pressure.
all the guitars you would have access to in the East Coast.
Not opposed.
Progress good.
West Coast would be fun too.
No, shut up, Zach. East
Then?
Coast.
West Coast would be the
some
worst.
people
Coast.
West
have,
Coast really is the best coast.
Some
though.
groups have like
Only
this-
losers live on the West Coast.
I'm sorry.
some
Sorry,
groups
but
have,
that was
like,
factually incorrect.
Some groups have like the streamer house, but at this rate, we're just gonna have the streamer neighborhood. We all just live on the same street.
The
Live on
cul-de-sac.
the same block.
It's like Ed, Ed, and Eddie, but we just have like the whole cul-de-sac. It's just us.
Who's who, bro?
Good question.
Yeah, it's a good.
Next question. Var's Eddie. Anyway,
I'm Eddie.
I think so.
Who's double
Okay,
D?
I guess I'm Eddie.
LJ's double D.
I mean, people tend to ship Eddie and Double D, so
LJ's double D.
I guess purple can be Double D.
Okay.
I hate that.
We'll do this
I
fan
don't-
casting later.
Can I be the plank?
Yeah.
Only if I could
I'll
be
be
that
Johnny
dude.
2x4.
Just
I
plank.
get to be Johnny.
Hey, it's just plank, bro. Get it right.
Life has many doors, Elge
L.
boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Zach is rolling.
L. J.
Yep, that's
L.
me.
J.
Is that?
No, it's just L.
L.
You can't spell LJ without
J.
L.
Okay, that's rude.
Well, we're about
true.
to get to the 2-hour mark. It's fine if it goes over that, but like,
Probably
Zach,
start.
do you want to while we have you
Mm-hmm.
kind of Mike, I want you to talk about kind of some of your experiences, because I know like joining this group was like apparently an impactful moment.
What
for
an
you, 'cause
adventure.
You like us for some reason.
No, it's really funny how I met and discovered you guys. Truthfully, I think the first interaction I had was with Ven for his mask painting, and I got a couple masks painted for mocks, which that was really fun and cool, and I still have those mocks in a box somewhere.
Mocks in a box.
Mocks
That's
in a
such
box.
a high praise. I have them in a box somewhere.
Thank you again for supporting that
Yeah.
little hobby that I started way back when.
No, I sent you like 3 or 4 masks.
Yeah, no,
I
that
just
was dope.
just kept messaging you, and then after that, I ended up reaching out to LJ after I'd been a fan since I think around the G2 stuff was made on the channel. So I was by no means a day one fan, but I quickly went through and binged a lot of TTV content, and
I'm sorry.
I had a lot.
I'm sorry you had to do that.
No, it was awesome. So how about that leg debate? that was one of my first episodes. Was
Dude.
tuning into the
And
leg
you
debate.
stayed a fan? Whose side were you on?
Whose side?
I was option 3. They needed to just make a new piece,
Which was what they ended up doing.
which they did.
Just a
they
few
did.
months after He
Alright,
Who Must
yeah.
Not Be Named was
Yeah,
fine.
that's-
Incredible how that works out.
That's fine to side with fence sitter.
Sorry, is there still milk on the counter?
Dude.
Boy, you're in reaching distance.
Yes, I am.
Oh yeah, LJ
Anyway.
did leave the milk out.
No, I
in
did
here.
not. That was
Yeah.
not me. That was obviously other KI.
The age-old debate, dude.
Anyway, that resulted in me just reaching out as a fan to say hi, express my appreciation, because I really enjoyed the content you guys were making, and I was a lonely soul at the time. I didn't have very many people to talk about, and much less people to talk to about Bionicle, of all things. Where I grew up, that was like a super niche thing somehow. I just didn't really know anybody that was a Bionicle fan except for my brother, and even then, he didn't care about the story. So listening to that scratched an itch, so I reached out to LJ. LJ introduced me to Meso. Meso introduced me to a online gaming group that introduced me to the love of my life back here, whom I adore and cherish.
Hello.
Love you too. And then eventually I just stayed in touch so long that the ideas were floated to bring on new people, and I had a lot of ideas and passion at the time, and
Yeah, not anymore.
Where did all that go?
now I have a million ideas and 1,000,001 shackles preventing those ideas from becoming reality. So
Thought that counts.
it
We
is
love
the
you,
thought that
Zach.
counts, but no, I'm so grateful for
That's
what
really sweet, Zach. You put Purple to sleep, though. I gotta say.
Dude, she's conked out.
I'm really grateful for the opportunities and the friendships that I've made just for having the courage to actually reach out and say hi, and how much I appreciate what you guys have done, and all the laughs and the moments that your chaotic, sporadic natures have put onto the internet.
I appreciate that.
Right on, dude.
You're all
Thanks
just
for adding
awesome.
on to the chaos.
Yeah, I wish that I had more time to just keep contributing to that, because like I said, I've got a million ideas and a million and one things stopping those ideas from manifesting. I've been able to make some of them happen. I took up the mock spotlight for a bit. I did the GWP style mock contest on
Very
the boards.
cool.
That
Those
was
are
a
very
lot
cool.
of fun. I've got a ton of ideas for stuff like that, and I'm sure some of them will manifest eventually. It's just I need to not be working 60-hour weeks.
Real. When you're our friend now, so you're stuck with us unless you want to
I'm not
leave.
going anywhere.
So
they can't get rid of me now.
Just who knows what future the opportunities will bring.
Right.
The future is endless. You might not be working those 60-hour weeks forever. So
I really hope not.
Just keep your chin up. But thank you. I'm glad you're here.
I love you guys.
Love you too, buddy.
We love you too.
Love you too.
Definitely with not having enough time.
Now get out of here. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, bye.
For real though. We're gonna bring Mange back in here, and
All right, swap them out.
Yeah, are you gonna have GL and Mary sit down now, or
yeah? If you
guys want to,
Yeah, you guys can sit down.
stand if you want. You're good. Okay.
Okay, by all means. All right.
Woo!
So, as we move into this final kind of part of the podcast, obviously I promised we'd read the super chats, and we will do. You guys are incredibly kind. We also have some other things lined up that we want to play for you guys. Namely, we want to play some messages from those of us that couldn't be here today. Because obviously, given the circumstances of the trip, not everybody can make the physical attendance of this podcast, but we all, we value them a lot. And even though some of them have been on kind of the preceding episodes in the farewell tour, we definitely want to give them their time to shine. How about we do it like one super chat, one message? One super chat, one message? Or do you just want to play them all in a row?
Because I figure we'll have some time in between.
Of course.
So, yeah, we can do a super chat and a message.
Okay. So, first super chat from the ones like all the way back. Monerb, $10, said, I first discovered TTV from Ninjago Cast, Monog with Meso, and the G3, presumably Bionicle. It's been a really fun listening to these. I haven't been here for a lot of them, but it's still been fun. Have a good day, everyone. Monerb's definitely very into the Ninjago stuff. He's always there in our Ninjago casts, providing like fun bits of trivia and sources for things that we might have missed. So we really appreciate you. Thank you for coming out for
Have
the
a
last
good day,
episode
too.
today. You have a good day too. Yes. So we'll read some more. First message. Who will be first, Elder?
I think that our first message should be from... let's go in chronological...
Yeah.
It's fine. Let's go in chronological order.
I agree
And
with that.
so I think it should be that one. 'cause
Absolutely.
He is first. Folks, you're going to have to do me a favor here and tell me if this sounds okay.
It should.
I am
Fingers
watching
crossed.
the chat. Forgive the goofy look of everything.
We got a message from someone who used to be a host of ours. Not everybody here at this table might even know we got this message, so it'll be a fun surprise.
That's gonna be crazy.
He'll introduce himself.
All right, let me go ahead and do this setup real quick. I am trying my best.
Elder the
everyone.
legend.
That's insane.
All right.
Let us know if it worked.
I'm trying.
No, not you. Just the audience.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. So we'll do this way. We will all still be audible. Just bear in mind. All right.
Yep.
And here we go.
Hey everybody, my name is Alex Polameni, but you would know me better as Arrow the Chronicler. From 2007 to 2014, I operated a BZ Power storefront called Vakama's Masks, and later Vol's Forge and Foundry. I did custom masks, custom parts. My signature item was this textured infected mask, but I did repaints, I combined masks, I did weapons, armor, whatever people wanted, I took as a new challenge. When Bionicle died in 2010 and BZ Power dropped off, I attempted a revival in 2014 with TTV. I approached them and asked if I could do an episodic series about my work, about, other people's work in the community. And unfortunately, it only ran for 2 episodes. I would find out later that, I would understand that I had undiagnosed ADHD, major depressive disorder. I'm doing fine now. But the audience reception was really great. There were lots of comments, where's episode 3? When's episode 3 coming out? And unfortunately, I tried to film it. And I would go so long between filming segments that even though I wore the same shirt, my hair length would be different. And I was just never able to finish it. And there's one comment that I will always remember, which was, how did you manage to speak in a monotone for 17 minutes? So I thought that was funny. Bionicle was a huge part of my youth. It's continued to shape who I am today, as a creative director now, as a community builder. Just so many great memories. Back on BZ Power, the art contests, the drama. I remember protodermis levels were a big thing. I would always argue with Greg Farshty, and now it wilds me out that the Lego company allowed one of their guys to go argue with children on the internet. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank TTV, for everything they've done for the Bionicle fandom, and for allowing me to be a small part of this legacy. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, that was very sweet. It was good to see you again, Air.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Your beard is amazing. It was great.
The beard man.
Looking beard.
It was very cool to get a message from him. Thank you to everything. Thank you for all the fun playing Dota back in the day.
What?
The TTV game night servers. I think you did.
I don't
Didn't
recall that part. I
think you mentioned to me that he did. But yeah, because I was talking with him about this. If I'm wrong, then thanks for the other stuff you did.
I mean, Air was in my Invictus analysis for the Stop the Morbizok video.
Oh heck yeah!
So that was fun.
Yeah, and it looks like he's doing a lot of cool things. I would give him a bit of a plug for those who remember him that want to know what he's doing nowadays. He's creative director at Animosity Campaigns, which
Oh, wow.
organizes global narrative events for Games Workshop's Warhammer game systems.
Wow.
And
Okay.
he's launching a tabletop wargaming channel called Little Soldier TV. So for
Very
anybody,
cool.
who's,
Awesome.
for anybody,
So
who's
he's got the
into that
coolest
stuff-
job out of all of us. That's cool.
For anybody who's into that stuff, you can find at the discord.gg/animosity campaigns or youtube.com/@littlesoldiertv. So he's Bionicle is a part of his history, but he's doing really awesome stuff nowadays, and I hope that continues to be successful. You're a legend.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
It's awesome, man.
That's awesome. Good for you. Congrats.
Another super chat. Farukhan, 1999 says, like many others, I found your channel through the Chima coverage video.
No way.
That's crazy, dude. That's
No
wild.
way.
I think I also discovered TTV.
Yeah, okay.
I think
Me
about it.
too.
All about the Chima coverages. The podcast and the Monogam Meso Let's Play got me hooked on Bionicle. I've been a fan ever since. Thanks for all the memories. I mean,
Thanks for the memory.
yeah, that's it.
Even though they weren't so
You're
great,
welcome.
Yeah, it was really crazy. Again, the Chima coverages were just a thing to do back then. Transparently, it was just, let's just get some views, let's just talk about this. Let's make it the runtime of an episode so it looks like we uploaded the full episode. You know what I mean?
Give the game away, bro.
It's just how it was. But over time, you get immersed into this stupid show, and we're talking about Laval's character arcs and what they mean. And now all these years later, people are like, "Yeah, we found you guys through it." Even the things that didn't seem like they have a lot of meaning still had meaning. So thank you. It's really heartwarming to hear that.
Right on.
Next message.
Yep, it's going to be this one.
All right.
Oh,
Let me
Yeah.
just get this ready real quick. Or
Way to go, brother.
Or not.
Or not. There we go.
Here we go.
Hang on.
We believe in you.
Thank you. I appreciate all the support.
LJV Tech. Dawn of.
All right. everyone,
Problems.
please enjoy this next message.
All right.
Hi everybody, this is Feffy, also formerly known as Viper. I'm sorry I couldn't be here in person, but I wanted to talk about how the TTV podcast has changed my life, and all for the better. I got to meet incredibly talented and passionate people, and I got to know the ins and outs of a franchise that has lasted the test of time, leaving many of us inspired to create our own worlds and continue dreaming of new ideas and creations, all inspired by Bionicle. Every day, joining in the talks, gaming, and of course the podcast with everybody was truly a joy and a guaranteed laugh every time. I learned and grew as a person, and I got to experience so many things that I just will never experience again. For example, seeing Bionicle come back and trying not to wake my parents up early in the morning as we came to realize that the dream had come true. That soon we could go into a toy shop and we will find Bionicle back on the shelves once more, as foretold. Having the opportunity to go to Brick Fair not only once, but twice, and meet the friends who lived half a world away, an impossible idea that became real as I was there, hanging out, chatting, gaming, and so many amazing things happened. We obviously went to Brick Fair, we went to Washington, we unboxed all the stuff that we got from Brick Fair. I tried Kool-Aid, I went to my first market. All of it, memories that I will cherish forever. And though I'm sad to see the podcast is coming to a close, it's outshined by the good it has brought to the lives of so many people. I send my love to the members. You have done such an amazing job entertaining us all. And all my best wishes and all my support for the next step of your journey. This is Viper, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Marshmallow.
Foofy.
We love you, Fleff.
Oh, bro.
Got me a little sad with that.
It got me all emotional.
Little bit. That hits. And
Fluffy.
the video is a nice touch because she sent it as audio.
I was rushing. I barely got that uploaded before my flight, where my luggage was sent to Mexico.
Seeing a lot of those moments again hits hard.
Oh my God, Leo Xander, you made Fluff drink the Kool-Aid. You literally made her drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, we
That's how we got her to
bitter
stick around.
Kool-Aid.
Mary, the reason why she made that face is because we forgot Kool-Aid needs sugar.
Now, how did you manage that, first of all?
Well, he did leave the milk out.
Thank you. Exactly. It was probably him. Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, it was.
It's on the channel still.
It was a fun time. Fluff was really instrumental in those big time years. Not only with the channel, but those first few trips coming together to meet everybody in person. Yeah.
Love you, Fluff.
Thank you for everything.
Miss you.
We
love
miss
you.
you,
Fluff.
You're a real one. I just hope you're happy. All right. Next super chat from Shard Marie, who did P125. I'm not sure what that is. Thank you so much. TTV gave me a place to look forward to when I didn't have many people to talk about my hobbies to all those years ago. Thank you all very much. And you know what I'll say? That's really all we were ever trying to do, was just be a positive place that people could come together and do and talk about the things that they loved doing. And if we achieved that, then mission accomplished in my book.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one for one my experience. So I second that.
I'm very glad to hear that. All right. Who we got up next?
Next, we have genuinely
this guy,
one of the nicest people that I know. After you get to know him, eventually he gets kind of nice.
This guy.
Sometimes he can be
He's a
very
little
nice.
rough around the edges.
Yeah, he's a little bit, but he's a good dude. Here we go.
trying to fit everything into 3 minutes like Mesa 1 is going to be insane, but here we go, I guess. Here, it's the last episode of the TTV podcast. That is bonkers. There's no other way of putting it. I joined 12 years ago now, and to think of how much in my life has changed since then, you know, I have to compare it down because that's part of the reason I'm taking another take as it is, because of just everything I want to talk about. You know, I graduated college, I found a job, I got promoted, I got married, I got fired from that job. My life has been nutty the past 12 years. I'm not the exact same person I used to be, but in many ways I am. And a lot of the things that I like about my life, I can contribute to the Bionicle community and to the TTV community specifically. You know, I've signed autographs. That's something I can actually say I've done. I helped with Biocraft, a feature-length movie, and I've got all these skills and talents that I didn't realize I had, but I was able to cultivate through this community that helped me realize just what I am capable of, what my potential is. It's insane to think about how far this has come. And I know that the last episode of the TTV podcast isn't the end of the TTV channel. There's still plenty more we want to do. There's still plenty more that I am bound and determined to do. You know, I've got a project I've been working on for over 5 years now, and I'll be darned if I'm not going to see it through to completion. But I do want to just say thank you to everyone who's listened, everyone who's commented, everyone who joined the Patreon. You know, there's just countless names I could rattle off the top of my head that isn't even anybody in the cast. Regulars in the YouTube comment section, people in our Patreon chat. I'm not going to name anyone because I don't like the idea of someone feeling left out because I didn't mention their name. But, you know, if I have to sum everything up, I think it's just thank you. You know, thank you for what you have given me the past years. Thanks for listening. Thanks for talking to me. Thanks for making me feel seen and like I bring something to this community. It's been a heck of a ride, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Y'all are great.
No. Aww.
I think that's it.
Cry!
Peace.
Cry more! Cry, Tacuma, cry!
I wanted to see some teardrops.
Yeah, where were the waterworks, bro? No.
Sweet. No, he's so sweet.
That was very sweet.
He gets really nice when you get to know him after he berates you.
he could be one of the better people I know.
Takuma is one of my favorite people, and he's genuinely a blast to work with. And some of the stuff that I've seen, the stuff he's been working on, and it is outstanding. And I'm excited for it to come to fruition.
Shout outs. No, we love you, Takuma.
Love you, Tacuma.
You're a legend. You've
Love
been
you, Tacuma.
Takuma's been here for like a long time.
Well, I'm looking. His first episode was episode 103, which released in 2014.
Yeah, that's wild. Wild and wacky. But it was really good to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks,
and now
man.
he's married.
He got married.
He's the first one.
November, yeah.
Yup.
Some of us were there.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. I'm going to read a few super chats just because they're so short.
Okay.
Goji King 54, $2. Glad we hit the good LJ crash out quota. You know, an episode can't go by without LJ getting incredibly angry. Mirror sucks. All right. Shout out the AGL group $4.99 checking in. Wanted to pay my respects to TTV for the final show. Yeah, thank you. The memorial.
Thanks, bud.
Much appreciated. And then Sayobna.
That's a OG.
Another OG. $9.99. It was a good run while it lasted. You guys have affected my life more than you had any right to. I'll miss these. Well, thank you. That means a lot. I appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
All this stuff, nostalgia is getting me sad. You guys might see me cry on this podcast. I'll warn you. Next message.
All right, next message. Next message is also from someone that joined in 2014. Joined just a few episodes after Tacuma.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and
you know him, you'll love him.
The guy. I'll get this working eventually.
You got this.
Dude, Windows 11 is terrible.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There we go. That's what I was bracing for. Okay.
Perfect.
Everyone enjoy.
All right.
In 2014, I was lucky enough to join the TTV Podcast and, have a huge platform as well as peers to discuss my biggest passion in life, being Lego. But every good thing was come to an end. So unfortunately now we're at the end of our journey, or my journey for that sake. One door closes, another one opens. It's kind of like a huge intersection for me because by the time this airs, I'm 30 years old. It's the end of my 20s, it's the end of TTV Podcast, but it's definitely not the end of me. This is not just for show. I've been building in the background this entire time, but I'm just not ready to show it until it's like all done. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Here we're talking about the 10 years plus. It's like more 11 years now that I've been with the TTV Podcast. I've been able to form some lifelong friendships, and even getting to go overseas and go to Lego conventions, which was one of my biggest dreams, so to speak, at 2008 when I first ever joined Flickr. So having friends to be able to do that and all those experiences that we've had, if I go back, I would do it again. It's just been nice. I don't I'll still talk to these people online and stuff, but we'll just have less collaborations. We'll do stuff less stuff as a family, so to speak. But there is a bit of a melancholy feeling, so to speak. Being that this was just kind of this was a huge part of my life, and I'm very appreciative of the privilege I had to be on such a platform. Talk about Lego, talk about my experiences in life, talking about just talking, dude. It's a podcast. I used to have a British dialect, by the way, but because of TTV over time, I've just got continuously more American. And I don't even know. I'm really bad with goodbyes. I just want things to last as long as I can. I wrote some stuff down just because I keep rambling, but if there's any takeaway, is that it's okay to like things. And anyone who I've ever interacted with, online or offline or otherwise, about Lego, thank you. It's always so much fun talking about my passion. I like building. I like expression. I like art and everything. Bionicle was something that's just there's nothing quite like it. And to have such a cool group of people being united, just talking about why much they like it. It's been nice, Please try out a grilled cheese sometime if you haven't. If you're lactose intolerant, I believe you can still use Parmesan. And have a good one.
Do you say lactose intolerant?
It's a journey. And no, that's it. I'm bad at goodbyes. Have a fun one.
All right, well, shout outs to all the toast intolerant.
Toast intolerant.
Dude, the loss of his accent needs to be studied.
Real one.
The accent evolution's
British
crazy.
I watched that video and had a mini heart attack when he wheeled away.
It looked like he said the F
What
word.
is he saying? Oh, fun one. Okay. There was a lot of power behind that F.
Everybody who hasn't in a while, I would really encourage you to go back and listen to X's first episode of the podcast and study the descent from British X into
American X.
It's
yeah.
basically a different person. It happened with Fleff too a little bit, but nowhere near as much.
Nowhere as much.
She maintained her accent in a big way.
Pretty much. So, what was X's first episode? I know you have the facts. I know you can pull the numbers.
Yes, I have the numbers right here.
Very, very epic.
In the meantime, can you pull the next super chat?
Yes.
X's first episode was episode 108, which aired July 25th, 2014.
It's cool. Go watch that one. It's really funny, I promise. And thank you, X, for that.
Thank you, X.
The fact that we were a positive way for you to express your hobby. I'm really grateful for that we were a positive influence.
Right.
You're a legend.
Right on, man.
Joker's Wild, $10. It's crazy. This is y'all's last episode. I've been watching since middle school. I remember being in study hall, bypassing the restrictions just to listen to TTV Talks. You'll be missed. God bless.
Thanks, man.
And then Harry Ashton did €4.99 and then would later do another one of €9.99. So thank you. Or pounds. I don't know.
I think it's pounds.
Pounds? Okay, my bad. Shows what I know. Says, while we had our disagreements during the canon contests, which I think was partly due to lockdowns affecting everyone's mental health.
Oh!
Okay.
I've always appreciated y'all for the decade of memories, heart. And I know who that is. That's Hazash, right? I'm almost positive. And yeah, like the canon contests were rife with disagreements, and it's been so long. Like, I don't even know. Like, I couldn't even tell you what we disagreed on.
I don't know, but I will say some people involved in that, they just suck.
Yeah,
some people. I don't remember if you were one of them, but thanks for watching.
I remember him being a long time fan. I remember him from the Makuta Fests. I remember him from stuff. So like, even if we ever did disagree, like, thank you for all the support over the years. I really appreciate it, man. Canon contests were aggravating.
Yeah, because the community heads are garbage.
Don't worry about him. He's a little salty.
They weren't worth doing. Okay, here's the thing.
Oh, there we go.
Very brief, but
they don't like you either.
Off on a tangent.
If we hadn't done the contests,
this still would have been how it ends. This was always going to be how it ends. It just accelerated our negative feelings about things.
It would have been a different last few years.
Yes.
We'll put it that way. The canon contest really sucked LJ and I's like soul out of our bodies. It's only recently recovered a bit, I'd say.
Has it?
We got good times. We've been having good vibes.
All of the winners are good contest winners, and they're good canon winners, and actually, the majority of people really like the end.
Yeah. So there was
result.
good that came out of it.
You know.
And that being the case, another message.
Okay. Let me see here. I think this next one is going to be this one.
So true.
So let me just go ahead. This one also had no video, so I had to do my best.
Heck yeah.
So please enjoy.
All right.
All right, hello.
Julio.
So this is, I guess, my last words. Or
he's dying.
He's about to be executed.
The closing thoughts, I guess, on the TTV podcast as a whole. I've only been part of it, I'd say, for maybe 2-3 years. So small, very small portion and very small episode count of the channel. But it was a fun ride. Meeting most of the cast has been great, and interacting with all you guys, either online or in person, has always honestly been great memories I've had. And when I think back to good memories, I think back to the North Carolina trip we had, and it's a fun time overall. I mean, that was one of the first times I took. Oh, actually, North Carolina. I ended up visiting Zach at another point earlier, and the Brick Fair trip. All pretty fun memories I had. First time I was traveling on my own, meeting up with online friends was a fun time. Also coming in from the perspective of I used to be a fan to, and actively participating in some way was bizarre.
I don't even remember.
It was a good memory, and I'm grateful that I got to meet all you guys. I'm looking forward to whatever ends up happening after this, and I'm hoping that everybody is happy with how it ended. Yeah, I mean, I met a lot of my current online friends through the podcast or the message boards, so I'm grateful that you guys even did that. Met a lot of cool folks through that, like Club, and then eventually others came in because of the patron server, and it's great memories. And inadvertently, you guys help form bonds between a lot of people, and I think that's a nice touch. Particularly, you guys help bring the community together. In ways, you help form communities or groups or friend groups, and it's something really cool. and I hope you guys are happy with how that turned out. And yeah, I don't really know what else I'm gonna. I'm on my break at work right now. I didn't forget to record this. I just had no time the last few days, so Messa reminded me today. So yeah, it's a little over 3 minutes because nerd. Anyway, you guys have a good rest of the podcast, I guess. Bye.
Yeah, I told.
Thank you,
I
Leo.
told everybody to keep it to like 3 minutes, just so we didn't drag things out too much. And I appreciate that. There was a lot of cool trip footage in that I don't think ever saw the light of day.
I don't think we ever released any of that
to a video. I didn't even recall
video.
this T-posing incident.
Yeah, I have to look at some of those videos. Leo touches upon a thing that I know you and I have had talks about Elge, which is a lot of annoying stuff has come from the community and our interactions with it. Not every group that's been formed as a result of us on our channel has been a positive influence.
No, they've been a group chock full of losers.
But there have also been a lot of instances of real friendships.
Yeah, you hear that? You losers.
No.
Because they still
Suckers
watch us
and
for some
losers.
reason.
Yeah, I don't
Suckers and
know why.
losers.
Why are you? They know who I'm talking about. I don't know why you're still here.
Yeah, one of them was in the chat earlier.
Pouring gas on the
But my point is
Who cares? We're ending.
True. Good point. Good point.
fired.
Yeah,
What are they gonna do? Fire us? Stop us?
My point is to say, for every bad group,
No.
I would argue there's 2 to 3 more instances of positive friendships that were made either through the message boards or the patron servers, peoples that never would have talked to each other otherwise. Gaming groups, podcast groups, Bionicle groups. For better or worse, it wasn't ever our goal, but we were a connector. We were a conduit for people to find each other. Didn't really happen by planning that way, but I try to look at the positive aspects of that, and I'm grateful some people were happy and not toxic.
Yeah. We've had significantly more positive interactions with people over the years. People have joined the community because they watched a video of ours that entered through our boards. The vast majority have been genuinely wonderful, kind, positive people.
Yeah.
And we appreciate that you were here. And Leo, thank you for those words.
Yes.
We're glad
Thank
that
you, Leo.
It
could
helps
make
to
it.
hear that. Thank you.
That's blessed up.
Thank you, dude.
You're a legend. A few more super chats. Delrin plays $5. When asked why the TTV podcast ended, it will be said the super chat sold well. I
Not wrong.
look forward to whatever you guys get up to in the future. Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Hope to see you there. I mean, it'll still be YouTube content. Hopefully some of you will make the jump, but it won't be Bionicle. So, farewell. World of Cars Entertainment, $4.99. No secret, I started watching and only came for the Ninjago cast, but I'm still gonna miss the TTV podcast and just seeing a group of friends having fun.
Aw.
And that's kind of the beauty of it. We had our focused shows, and the TTV podcast. Yeah, there was an era where it was about Bionicle because that was when Bionicle was alive. But our goal for it was always for it to be the podcast of friends just hanging out and doing stuff with each other. All right, well, some people laughing about. Oh my God!
Not laughing.
Maybe we should just keep ending the show.
Yeah, right?
You are all so kind.
Very kind people. I'll do one more. Ellis Green, $5. Legends, watching since just before G2. Congrats on a great run. And then one more. Hug Dealer, $2. You guys were my gateway to Lincoln Park. Thank you.
Hey, nice. That's awesome.
Right
That's
on.
cool.
Which did remind me earlier, there was a comment I think from Sabertooth Studios said that his girlfriend. Yeah, it's tripping me out that you guys were at the same concert as my girlfriend, and I was just chilling at home down the road.
Yeah, dude, I saw her. We played below each other. It was crazy.
Dude. Oh, thank you guys so much. We have more somehow, but for now, let's do another message.
Yep, we have one more message.
Okay.
It's the last one. Hailing all the way from Denmark.
Oh boy.
So give me just a moment here.
Up in the big leagues.
Yeah, this is the big leagues.
The big leagues.
The big leagues.
So
German
let us go
LJ.
LJ's twin. You know him, you love him.
Hey guys, Sakota here. It's been a little bit, but I am back here to give my final message on the TTV podcast. The final episode of the TTV podcast. For me, as someone who's been a fan of the podcast before and after my time of being in the crew, it's of course a little bit of a sad day. But I'm also reminiscing about all the good times, of course, and there's a lot I'm very grateful for. I'm very grateful, first of all, to the community. I always had a lot of fun in the TTV community. It was a positive space. It was a space where I always felt welcome, I always had good times, and where people were very supportive of my creative endeavors, which I'm very happy about. Of course, I'm also super thankful for the people on the crew. First of all, for letting me join them after my kind of application out of the blue without even knowing me too well. They put a lot of trust in me, which felt great, and they were very supportive of my creative endeavors or ideas, especially on Keep the Peace as well. And they were always down if I had an idea. They never said I can't do anything. It was a very supportive and collaborative group, and I'm very happy to call them my friends. I'm so grateful that I was able to be a part of this long podcast journey, and I hope everyone else also enjoyed it as much as I did. So with all that said, thank you all so much. Huge congratulations to Bar and Purple, of course, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for all the wonderful people on the TTV crew and in the TTV community. So with all that said, Mardi Gras, and I've been Sakota. See y'all.
Oh,
dude, he's so wholesome.
I love Sakota.
What a sweet guy.
Wholesome.
Sakota is wonderful.
Oh,
He's
man.
made it. He's made it to the big leagues. For those who don't know,
He's working at Lego.
For those who don't know, Lego designer on the Ninjago team.
Yeah, that's our boy.
Lego.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I didn't know he's on the Ninjago team.
He announced it a while ago. So he made
awesome.
it exactly where he wanted to be. And I mean, we talked to Sakota a lot. He was a driving force, I'd say, the main driving force behind Keep the Peace, which was our last big hurrah to make system content on YouTube. Just because that didn't work out, some things don't work out. Sakota always delivered stellar presentation value, stellar content creation. Just a great guy in general. I'm grateful that he's my friend.
Yeah.
And I'm incredibly happy that he's making his dreams come true. I'll be there day one to buy his first set. Absolutely.
Yes.
Heck yeah, man.
Definitely keep me posted
Looking
on
forward
when
to
his
that.
first set comes out. I want to buy that.
Oh yeah.
I'll buy 5 of them.
So cool.
Thank you for the heartfelt message.
I'm so proud of Sakota. He has always been. I love the positive angle that he comes at for everything. He just analyzes things in such an upbeat and positive way, but it's never ever disingenuous. He is always such a genuine, outstanding guy. He's just the kind of person that Lego needs. And not to say they have any shortage of people like that, but just he'll be a fantastic addition. And yeah, day one.
100%.
Absolutely.
He always talks about how Bionicle was very instrumental in helping him do stuff, and that's incredible to me.
Yeah.
I know
He was such a driving force behind that whole project too. Just all his submissions and creations and stuff helped us visualize that and gave us
He helped
so much.
prove that it was doable.
Yeah, he helped kind of
Yeah.
bring life to the idea. It made us want to keep doing it.
I
And
think
keep
it's
talking
cool
about
that
it.
he's now a designer, so he can put that
Yeah,
stuff.
he's
to
literally
work.
using those skills to use. He's there doing it for real now.
Yeah.
So that is so cool.
Thank you. I'm really
thanks,
grateful for
Sakota.
Sakota.
Right on, Sakota.
Yes,
Those
he
were
was-
proud of you, you talented man.
It was the last message. So,
There are a lot of other people that, of course, we would love to hear from as well, but just as some thanks, so that they know that we still think about them. They're alive, but
Figuratively in a better place now.
They're in a better place now.
Real.
Avoca Tamer, more commonly known as AT.
AT!
You are a legend.
A
We love you. very much.
pillar of this channel, of this group. He has worked behind the scenes to make so many incredible things happen. He was the executive producer on Biocraft, hosting the server for us almost all the time while we filmed. He's always given such valuable feedback on things and been a voice for exceptionally positive change, positive actions to take. He's been always present. He is an ever reliable friend of ours, and we love him very much.
Yeah.
He made a bit of a guest appearance in, I think, Fluffy's video, right?
Kind of, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He was
there
also,
for a moment.
He is also... he only made one appearance on this podcast. It was episode 300. And because that episode was so long, of everyone in the podcast, he technically has the largest podcast duration ratio of any host.
Yeah. I love it. Cheating the stats.
Stat patter.
The other one I want to mention especially is Zeros. Zeros gave this channel an appearance.
Yes.
Like all of the graphics that you see now, with the exception of the banner, which we'll get to in a moment. He's designed so much over the years.
Absolutely.
Obviously for Biocraft, he did the outro, the first credits, which were spectacular. He's designed all the thumbnails that we use right now, the thumbnails that keep the PCs, basically the entire visual styling.
Yeah, he's been our visual identity for like a while now.
Yeah, I would say the majority of our existence.
Yeah.
And he's a great guy. I love talking to him. Zeros, you're fantastic. Thank you for everything.
Truly.
Sure.
All of it. Thank you.
Zeros is the GOAT.
GOAT.
Let me see. Two others. One other.
Dead Matoro.
Oh yes, Dead Matoro.
You've always been a bit of an enigma. That's fair to say.
That's putting it lightly.
Some of us know you better than others. You're like the ghost that haunts the TTV chat. You'll disappear for years at a time, come back, hang out in person with me for a while, see Five Nights at Freddy's, and then vanish off the face of the earth once again. We don't know where you are to this day. I reached out the other day and never heard back, but
give it a month.
you are hilarious. You are fun to be around. You have the most passion for Hero Factory. Like I've ever seen. You're like the fourth Hero Factory fan in the world, right alongside like me and X and like and LJ. He counts. Jimmy Stringer, super fan.
I was just moving my arm. Sorry.
Fair enough. And like shout out to all of your Hero Factory talkies, Hero Factory PM, Hero Factory videos that have been filmed that will come out at some point. They just have to be edited. Great stuff that will happen. Shout outs to you wherever you may be.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm sure you're still
Hope you're
alive,
doing well.
but I'm just saying. Was there anyone else?
There was someone.
AJ, we love you.
AJ.
Shout out.
AJ, thank you so much for illustrating us for the podcasts, illustrating our banner, illustrating hilarious times we've had, like debates over which pie is the best, which is definitely apple pie, by the way.
No, it's not pumpkin pie.
No.
Cherry pie is trash.
You're trash.
In the
I know where you live, Meso.
Can I shill AJ for a second?
Shill.
Please.
So
Yes.
AJ is in college right now, and I think she does have commissions open.
closer.
She does have like commissions open. There's like a website called VGen, BGEN, and I believe she's taking commissions right now. It's AJ. I believe it's AJ 7900. So if you're interested, go please.
She's an incredible artist and a great friend.
100%.
Yeah. When talking about the visual identity of the channel, it's like a two-punch wombo combo. It's Zeros and AJ. So their powers combined has helped really make our channel stand out.
War, like trailer.
Zeros
made.
TT Vengers.
Yeah, AJ's like sig fig avatars and the style of the monkey. Was it Monkey King?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, those are
They've
top
been our
tier.
icons for
I
years.
love those so much.
So good.
Very
So
great.
good.
We love you, AJ. Shout out.
Love you, AJ. Love you, Zeros.
Oh.
Thanks, guys.
All right. I'm going to knock these super chats out, and
All
then
right.
we'll move to the epic conclusion. We have Scorpio 589 Canadian $20. I started watching after seeing a Biocraft trailer back in 2013. I've never really been a chatter, but there's no better time than the end to start. Well, there could probably have been a better time than the end to start, but it's appreciated nonetheless. Thank you all for everything in these last 15 years. It's certainly been fun. Thank you so much for the support. Nick TF89 $10. came for 2014 Ninjago coverage, stayed for autopsy, reviews, podcasts, all the rest. I'll always love hearing about Mardi Gras, peeling a car, and all other antics that ensue. Congrats on 15 years. The meme triple threat.
Yeah.
Nick on Planet Ripple, shoutouts, $10. Been watching since 2012-ish, and just want to thank you again for that 2014 interview just before G2. The world was so different then. We were different. Messo's G2 speech will always stick with me. Thank you for that and for all your support.
Yeah, that's the second best moment of 2016.
Man,
Is
shut
that right?
up. You sniped me with an unfair stunt. $200 from Trevor Samora.
Good.
Always incredibly generous. I hope you know you guys
The
like
words are saved.
Well, yeah, we've been getting worried for a bit
Yeah,
now about
we
our
were getting
ability
at
to
the
like
end
pay
of
for them, but
the
you guys
thing,
at
but-
least bought him a stay of execution.
Yeah, for real.
Thank you for making an awesome podcast, giving the world a year's worth of 15 years worth of stories and Mardi Gras. It's been fun to watch what you've made since Monogam Meso and listening to the ancient legends of the podcast leading up to the finale. Here's to the future. Yeah, if we're good at one thing, it's talking about the past. the
Which we have
ancient
done.
legends.
We haven't done a whole lot this episode.
Oh, yeah?
No.
We've been pretty well
Gotta look-
behaved.
For the most part.
Because what else could we talk about? You said it already.
Yeah.
Delrin plays $5. Can we get one last official statement regarding LJ for old times'
We have an
sake?
official statement regarding
These goodbyes are
LJ
too heavy.
Johnson.
Yes.
Unfortunately, LJ will no longer be a part of the TTV channel.
It's a podcast.
He will be fired
Channel?
mid-show.
But it's not limited to the TTV podcast. LJ's recent reviews, LJ's recap reviews, TTV talks, Knack and Jay, and so on.
Yes, there will never be another episode of LJ's recap review.
Bye.
Effective immediately. We cannot disclose any details at this time. We do apologize as we acknowledge that LJ has plenty of fans who are sure to be disappointed, all two of you. So, thank you
This
very
is
much.
not what we wanted, but unfortunately, we were put into this position by LJ and his antics, which we cannot get into the details of right now. But
If
just
you know,
be,
you know.
That sounds way
Be
worse.
rest assured, our lawyers are in touch.
Yeah.
Huh?
This
You're
is going
fired.
to be a rough transition with him still on the screen, but we will get rid of him soon enough.
It's okay. We'll just censor that way. It wouldn't be the first time we've done that.
Get ready to learn Mosaic, buddy.
If you know, you know. Why? No, I'm just kidding.
Screw that guy.
Okay. Yeah. Are you happy now? Did you get your money's worth out of that?
Wait.
Good super chat. Mary, give a correction.
Oh, first of all, LJ, you suck.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Second of all, I got AJ's VGen name wrong,
Uh-oh.
but I was close.
Wow.
It was AJ Walker 7900.
There you go.
People already
the last
donated to the wrong one.
People donated to the wrong account.
I'm a bad best friend, bro.
All right. Few more, then we're getting close to being done. You guys are too generous. Oh, dude. Okay. Harry Ashton, $9.99 again. Hello, hi. It is I again. I will say I think the actual canonizations were a net positive. You guys did the best you could, and from what I've learned since, I fully understand LJ's existential dread.
Thank you.
That's fair to say.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the kind words, and thank you for your viewership and your support.
I appreciate it. Joker's Wild, $2. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Quote, Billie Eilish. Real.
I don't think she coined that one, but
Lucario Nuva, $5. I've been watching since middle school. I'll miss this channel. Thank you for everything. God bless. Channel might still pop up every now and again. Podcast, au revoir. Bionicle, $10. A legend. Discovered y'all through the leaks. Through y'all, I've made some amazing friends. Thanks for putting your trust in me to moderate the boards. Congrats on the wedding, Varple. Also, where's my paycheck? Real. Yeah, like shout outs to our message boards team. Like they're incredible. You guys have done great work over the years. Thank you.
I very much want to shout out the mods that are still on the message boards. Bionicle, of course, he has been a spearhead of the moderation team, bringing stuff to our attention when he can, handling things in the best way possible. Prentice, who has been working with the other two to continue moderating the boards and who has continued to be a presence. And Spiderus for doing his best and always trying to make the best decisions he can.
Being a spider.
I wish I'd listened to Spiderus when he nixed Hosrix from the first can contest.
Yeah, let the record show LJ brought her back in.
Yeah, thanks. I hate the record.
I haven't been part of the moderation team on the boards in a long time, and it's actually like genuinely shocking to hear that these guys are still there doing their jobs. Man,
they're doing
it. It's wild.
Real. Everett Whitaker, $10. Congrats on 365 podcasts. Y'all have probably been inundated with sappy and sentimental messages, so I'll just say y'all have meant a lot to lots of people, myself included. Godspeed. True.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dark Takanuva, $5. Thanks for all the hours of entertainment since I found y'all via the black and white G2 leak reaction. GG's, lads and ladies. I'll see y'all around.
Those were the days, man. Those were the days.
Real. Krazik's Animations, 10 pounds. I don't have all the words to say how I feel, but TTV was at one point the most important thing in my life.
Dang.
I'm glad it isn't anymore. Honestly, real.
Same. As you should be. As you should be.
But TTV has meant so much for me, and I'm glad I'm here for the end. Thank you. That's all we could ask. I agree.
It's awesome.
I'm glad you found more meaning in your life than a Bionicle YouTube channel. But I'm glad that we could be that at one point.
Yeah.
And not
it's very
be
heartwarming to know that.
Toxic, yeah. Delrin Plays, $5. Shout out to Kazapar from chat. Shout outs.
Shout out.
And finally, for now, Anonymous Sour Cream, $50. Thanks for making a great impact on my life. I have great friends I talk to because of the boards. I won't forget the episode on the first Brick Fair trip where my sister got a shout out instead of me when she's seen maybe 3 episodes and doesn't like Lego.
Amazing.
Was that Sage? I remember her name.
Was that
still.
Sage?
Yeah.
If that is Sage.
That's funny that we remember the name.
Yeah. Oh, 2 more in the span of
All
that.
right.
Saturn 5.
Stop, guys! I want to get out of this. Let me go.
So bad.
I gotta pee.
You're up so late.
Been watching for over 11 years, either Ninjago reviews or Bionicle autopsies. What I saw first. Thanks for all the amazing videos and podcasts over that time, and good luck on any future endeavors. Thank you. There will be future endeavors. We hope to see you there. Evershadow 7, $2. Will any of you go to prom with me?
Oh well. I'm a little too old for prom.
A little late for that too. Like
You're also married.
I would have said
Yeah,
yes
married.
maybe like 10 years ago.
Real. But shout outs. Thank you nonetheless.
10?
I was about to say, listen, if you were saying yes 10 years ago, they wouldn't be going to prom.
Real.
You would be. They would have been being born.
Probably,
What?
probably more than 10 years ago.
I don't think so.
You don't need to get up in the weeds in the mouth. It's fine.
Holy crap.
Another one, Canadian, $50 from
you know that's a lot
Waj.
because it's Canadian.
Without TTV, I wouldn't have met all my cool friends from the boards and formed Modularity. Thanks for all the support over the years.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to Waj.
You deserve a shout out.
Shout out.
Waj was a video editor of ours for a very long time.
He's super nice.
And he is
we love
great.
Waj.
I had the pleasure of meeting him at Brick Fair back in 2018. And Waj is just outstanding.
Very
He
cool.
contributed so much to this channel. He's been awesome.
Super chat from Johnny Horseman. Are the recap reviews staying up? Please say yes. No.
No, because LJ's fired.
I mean-
We're in the process of removing it.
Yeah,
Gonzo.
unfortunately, we got to get rid of that.
Past tense.
Wait.
Deleted.
Yeah.
No longer in existence. Wiped off the face of the earth.
Just like their creator.
Gone.
Dude.
Just like my luggage.
Yeah. We're sending those to Mexico.
Yes, all of the recaps and recents and all of my videos are
We're gonna
staying
get Unis
put.
honest.
Wait, what? No.
Real.
I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. That's a big thing for us, is archival and preservation. LJ went through the painstaking effort of getting a complete playlist of every TTV podcast episode, including the fabled Lost episode.
Which is amazing. You should listen to it.
Go listen to it. What was the number again?
Like 21, I think?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
digital media chefs.
The digital media
Yeah,
chefs.
go watch that one. It's funny.
Yeah, I guess can we spoil like that now that it's been out there for a while?
It's a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah.
We lost that episode, the original one, so we went behind the scenes and re-recorded a like secret version of it like last year with all of our modern equipment and stuff.
We tried to
we tried to
mimic
like
our old voices.
Yeah,
yeah.
We tried to make it sound like it was from then.
We used like earbud mics, and we talked about the news that would
was
have
relevant
been,
at the time.
Yeah. The week that we did probably record an episode and then just lost it.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't seen that yet, go back. There's a little treat there for you.
It's one of my favorite VAR yelling segments.
Really?
It is so friggin' funny.
Real.
Oh my gosh.
2 more that come. Dan Parker, $10.
gosh, guys.
Loved you guys. Have a great life. And Solek best
have a
Toa.
nice life, Dan
I
Parker.
agree. So like
not
best
a Toa.
Not a great Matoran, but maybe the best Toa.
And then Frosty Ace 100 with an aptly, I guess, donated 100. I remember from watching the recaps, Makuta Fest, Biocraft's first cancellation, G2, Vessels sunsetting. You guys have been a constant and pleasing time, and it's great seeing success in lives and career. Grats, Varm Purple, Sakota. Have a great future, and thank you all.
Thank you.
They really have seen everything.
Thanks, man.
Another one from Harry Ashton.
Let us go.
Vin, will you do us the honor of reciting your Pry Daddy impression?
Do you remember how that
also,
goes?
You were asked to do the Kermit voice as well.
I am honored to be asked to do this and privileged, but I cannot do a Kermit's impression at the same time as Pride Daddy. Well, I guess I'll have to do one at a time. Hi, welcome to another episode of the TTV Podcast. I'm your host, Kermit, and I'm Pride Daddy.
Why, hello, Pride Daddy.
Bro.
What brings you to
I'm
these
taking
bars?
your mic. You're scaring the cat.
Yeah. This next one. From Cameron C. $20. Just got off work and tuned in. We'll watch from the start. If Bionicle G3 gets announced, can the podcast please return?
No.
I will always associate the acronym TTV with y'all and never Twitch. Godspeed.
That's one reason we had to
I mean, I
fold.
guess never say never, but probably no.
Like,
Probably no.
Even if G3 ever did happen and we did talk about it, it wouldn't be like the TTV podcast. We would just do a different thing.
Yeah.
I think for branding purposes and for the ceremony of us going through all this trouble, I would never want to undo that.
Yeah.
What do you think, Zach?
Do y'all recognize how much damage the shorthand branding of Twitch has done to the findability of this channel?
True. This channel was murdered
could
by
have
Twitch.
Quite possibly been killed by the fact that Twitch exists.
Well, snap. I mean, we would play video games, and our clan tag was TTV, and we'd run into people, and they'd recognize us from this channel.
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
Like, they were really excited about that.
Yeah, and we mentioned that in our ending video. It's not a high up reason, but it's definitely a reason. Because why would we continue to use branding that is actively detrimental to the success of any kind of YouTube endeavor? It just doesn't make sense. Even if tomorrow G3 happened, we should probably have a different name. And unironically, nowadays the 3 virtues would probably be a better
Probably
name.
be the better one. Yeah.
Not saying that's what we do.
Bring
but,
back the acronym.
You know. But thank you, Vin. That was incredible. And
You're welcome.
And shout outs to everybody.
All right. Can we make a cap? No more.
I don't know if we can actually turn it off.
Okay.
I mean, you can actually.
We can just say
we
could just say we're not reading anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, as of this moment, we will have to hold off on reading more super chats. But we do very much appreciate your support, even though it's the final episode.
You guys are
so
It's
very generous today.
Just so we can kind of coast it off with a nice uninterrupted ending.
Yeah.
But we appreciate it nonetheless.
Thank you.
And we'll still be reading them to ourselves.
Yeah, we'll still see them.
We'll still see your messages and stuff.
Absolutely.
We're still reading comments actively.
How are we feeling, guys? Is it hitting yet?
I gotta pee, man.
Do you want to, before we wrap up, do you want to just go?
Yeah, I might just do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't lie. I'm really sleepy right now. The air conditioning is shooting right into my face.
Yeah, it's so cold over here.
Yeah.
Hey, cut over to the meso cam. We'll be back.
Okay.
You guys.
We'll be right back.
So, not a super chat, but a comment that's relevant to what I want to kind of transition into. Octobotomus said, did you guys mention what I want to do? Some ideas we've had, some name ideas we've had. Jumping the gun. We're not...
It's been a very slow process just
Yeah.
because we don't really have all that much time to talk about things just in general, let alone future plans for channel or video content, what have you. But I'm sure as soon as we do hash out those details, we're going to put them out there.
Yeah, I want to establish a branding for what we're going to do that is unique and self-sustaining on its own. I don't want to try to backpack off like an existing thing more than is necessary, but at the very least we would do probably just one video, I would say, maybe more, but I want to at least do one and be like, for all of our old fans who still see this, here's what we're doing when we're ready to announce it. If you're okay with it not being about Bionicle, please come check it out. But that'd be it. I don't want to do like every time we do a new upload on this new channel, we'll make a video or a community post on the TTV channel trying to cross promote it. You know what I mean? Like that's just, it's counterproductive to what we're doing. But at least one, because I do have a feeling that if you enjoyed any of our content, especially if you enjoyed the vlogs, or especially if you enjoyed the TTV podcast or TTV talks, there's a high chance that you would actually be into this next thing that we're doing. Maybe. And, I could give you a time estimate. I really don't want to. I don't want to make any promises. I don't want to jump the gun.
One.
A lot of it's contingent on factors outside of our control.
It's just a lot of talk. We
A
haven't
lot of
walked
us
the
are-
walk yet.
A lot of us are waiting
A lot of smoke.
a lot of us are waiting on certain life circumstances to change, certain moves to happen, certain things to settle down in our personal lives before we can really go, hey, let's do this. Because I think if we want to make it work, which we do, we want to do it right. And we have had experiences of things that we had the best intentions for and it just didn't work out, and we want to try to avoid that if possible. Some things are outside of our control, but what we can control, we will, and making promises before we're ready to make them is one of those things. But stay tuned. That's all I'll say. This will not be the last you'll see of us, I don't think.
Yeah.
And we hope to just make fun content for you to all enjoy. That's all we ever really wanted to do.
I mean, shoot, Ven and I, last week, before we all travel out here, we applied for Lego Masters Season 6. So if you see on Instagram any of the casting folk, because they're out there, they've made posts about it, let them know you want to see us on it. Seriously. They've asked for people to be recommended, and we've applied. So if you could suggest to them, hey, we'd love to see Eric and Marvin, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, honestly, that's definitely one of the ways you could see us sooner than not.
Yeah.
So even in the Lego space, and are we gonna do for this hypothetical new initiative of ours? Is it a hard ban on the word Lego ever being said?
100%.
Not necessarily.
The L word.
Not necessarily. Lego is a big part of our life. But it's not going to be the core focus, and especially not Bionicle will not be the core focus. We want to try to broaden our horizons a bit. And honestly, that's really all I have to say about that for now. But I know people were curious, so I wanted to at least mention it.
Nice, dude.
Thanks, Var. Welcome back.
Thanks, buddy.
You feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling
Ready
nice
to-
and
ready
fresh.
to
I'm a little warmer now.
Cool.
Ready for the end of a podcast?
Ready to go for another 2 hours?
Please,
'Cause
God.
I am.
Please, God, no.
We haven't even talked about our days on the chat rooms yet.
Oh my gosh, we've done that.
We've done that so many times.
Zach hasn't even talked about his days running Google Plus groups yet. We could do all sorts of nostalgia mining.
Yeah, I mean, before I met any of these people, I was a Google Plus community manager.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
I ran communities that had I think maximum
I knew that.
point was 1,500 people for my first one, but then Google Plus died, so.
That sounds about your luck.
I get to see the death day of everything.
Dude, that's messed up. But I mean, we can do all sorts. But
yeah,
you know, we've done it at length. I think that for today, I'm just grateful to be in a place surrounded by friends, surrounded by people who I consider closer than family, surrounded by people that have come back from all corners of our past, hosts, you know, former fans that have kind of moved on, friends of ours, all these nice messages. It's a reminder of the memories, because sometimes it can get tainted, you know? We know that very well, LJ, because of everything we've been through the last years. And some of that you could say is our fault for stepping into it, you know, with like the contests and stuff. But like it dealt a blow to our appreciation of the hobby. Stuff like this, it reminds us of why we started it in the first place. And it's good to have those good memories. I hope in time we can like supplant it and kind of like those bad times will just fade into the past so much that they won't be the thing we think of. You know, stuff like this will. Stuff like our new initiative will. Stuff like Biocraft, the premiere of that, and the live chat, and everybody keyboard smashing to ban Marcuda. You know,
That was amazing.
That's a core memory.
I'll never forget that.
The box of useless junk and berating you for being stupid. That's a core memory.
I wasn't being stupid.
You were definitely being
efficient.
stupid, and it wasn't efficient. It wasn't efficient at all.
Stuff. You know,
had us
like
waiting for his stupid box to arrive.
I think as a final exercise, I think I'd just like to ask everybody on this panel what your favorite moment was.
Panel?
Sure.
Okay.
Table, panel, whatever. Like it can be from the podcast or the channel. Just like what's your favorite moment?
It's Biocraft. Sorry, I can't lie. If you ask, it's easily Biocraft, because we all worked so hard on that for, relatively speaking, a short period of time. But
Yeah.
to me, Biocraft is the pinnacle of this group. It is the culmination of years of working out different ideas and waiting for the technology to approve and using all of our skills and our talents to make something special to us and clearly to so many other people. And
Just cramming all those creative juices.
I hate the phrasing, but just getting to see everyone watching it, commenting on it, and joining in with Ban Marcuda, it was something special. We got to enjoy watching the fruits of our labor with 300 other people.
Yeah.
And that I will never forget. That was tremendous.
Absolutely.
That was a good time.
I like the ultimate detective moment.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, yeah, like let's people in the chat are even talking about it. They're like,
why are you talking about
is
that?
the Danganronpa Let's Play a core memory? And like honestly, it's not even on the main channel, but it's one of the funniest things that we've done.
We should do more Let's Plays, guys.
Maybe
Wink,
we
wink,
will. Or maybe
please.
we'll do like Let's Plays or streams or whatever. Like, you know, that'd be fun. TTV Nerfed, if you watch over there, Danganronpa Let's Play. It has language. It has some suggestive themes. It's like the funniest thing, like crying with laughter. Go watch it, really. LJ gets schooled like a lot and like completely humiliated in a public forum.
We love when LJ gets humiliated.
As he should, Mary says.
Those games are the bane of my existence.
Is there a new one coming out?
No.
Danganronpa? No.
The creator made a new game called like 100 Line Academy or something, but it's not Danganronpa. It just looks like Danganronpa.
Fair enough.
Var, do you have a favorite memory that comes to mind?
I've got three that comes to mind. One was going to be the Danganronpa Let's Plays.
Yeah.
I thought, as far as like video making is concerned, I think those were like the most fun I ever had making something for our channel.
Nice.
So I really, really like those. I think they still hold up really well. They're still really funny, and I like kind of going back to them and revisiting what we did there. Second thing that, second favorite memory has to be the Let's Play, the Undertale Let's Play with Var and Purple, where I met my future wife.
Real.
I think that was a very formative, moment in my life. So, obviously, that holds a special place in my heart.
Peak.
And the third thing, third favorite moment, was getting to go to New York for NYC Comic Con and experiencing the launch of G2 with you guys.
With just me and no one else.
Yeah, true. With just Meso. No one else was there. People were there in spirit, yeah.
And
And
we're working on while the hosts were away.
Oh, that's right.
While the main hosts
we held
were
the
away.
fort down.
We held it down while you guys were gone.
We witnessed G2.
Made quality content.
yeah, so that was a great time. Building all the sets and getting to hang out with all the other like community members there too.
The wholesome moment where they were just like, take whatever you made home.
Yeah, that was great.
And we
And
had
then,
like
like-
the pyramid scheme. You were busy like replicating the build of Tahu perfectly, and then
Yeah.
I was just cramming every single part onto like a giant contraption so we could take it and then replicate the other 5 Toa.
And it was so nice too because I feel like that's a great moment of just like the like perfect example of how like a lot of the internet stuff just isn't really real or important at all.
No.
Like there were people there who like we had like beef, I guess, with
Yeah,
you know,
I couldn't
online.
tell you why to this
I don't
day.
know
I don't
why
remember.
either, but like the moment we were all in that room surrounding those parts and building, you know, with them and everything, it's like it all went away. We were all friends at that point, and I thought that was a beautiful moment. So
I agree.
Yeah, those
Very
are my
true.
top moments from TTV.
Caleb Boutel, just a normal comment, said some of your Danganronpa voices are better than the official anime.
Well, that's an honor.
Wow, thanks. I really appreciate that.
We tried a bunch of different ones for that. I
We
was
had a
very
lot of
self-conscious.
I think that's another reason why I like that so much is that it really gave us a chance to kind of just voice act, you know,
Yeah.
and we really went for it with the voice acting. Yeah, we got really in character, and that was a lot of fun.
Please watch them if you haven't. It genuinely, you'll cry with laughter.
Yes, Ace Attorney would be amazing.
And file it under
Save it for
advisement.
the next thing.
File it under advisement.
I'd be so down.
Me too.
Vin, you had a favorite or favorites that come to mind?
Dude, so many. I
Pick
think
3.
basically every time that we
Yeah, I want 2 more.
come together in person is like a favorite moment in a way because almost every trip I've gotten to meet more of our group in person. Like obviously 2016 was like my first time meeting LJ, Meso, Var, and Fwef. And then the year that followed, I got to meet. That was when we had X, right?
X and Purple?
And
Yup.
Purple. Yeah.
We barely,
No, 2017.
we barely got to see her, but she was there.
2017.
Yes, 2017.
2017 was the
Purple
like
was there.
Yeah.
That's when her hair was literally purple.
Real.
I was like the first time
Oh, yeah,
like
I do
really
remember
getting all the
because then
whole
I
gang
got to
together.
show you.
Yeah, man.
And Envy?
Mange, yeah. Got to meet Mange that year. I remember showing you the purple dragon mock that I built you in person. Yeah. Yeah, just every time I think about those first time meeting everybody, it's like it's a core memory, and it really resonates with me, and just goes to show that our friendships do hold strong, just regardless of the distance between us all. Because every time we come together, it's always a great time.
Absolutely.
And it's not, like it's never awkward or anything, and it just feels good, feels wholesome. So yeah, but definitely if I had to pick one, I guess it's the first one, right? The first time we all met.
Yeah.
That because that was also my first brick fair, and I just had a blast throughout that trip. And if I had to say anything specifically for the channel, like related to what we've done, yeah, Biocraft, absolutely. Oh
Heck
man,
yeah.
I was like, I really wanted to just like get that project done. I was so motivated. So I don't know, just like for that to be the one thing where everybody was kind of on board and just as motivated as I was, it felt like it felt so good. I waited such a long time for a project like that to be worked on and to be collaborated on in that degree. So yeah, that would be my thing. If I had to add on though, last night, this week, what a moment. What a moment.
Honestly though, in the 11th hour, but like this whole week is like peak trip.
Seeing these two
Peak
finally
week.
get hitched.
Yeah.
Long time
Great
coming.
ship.
In no particular order, those are my 3.
Perfect. Do I get 2 more? I didn't realize this was the top 3.
Now you had your chance.
All right, no, it's
No. You
over,
get
dude.
two more.
Break for 2016 easily. I agree with Ven on that one. There were so many fun moments singing along to Linkin Park in the car, Bionicle songs. that was outstanding. The third is a tough one because there are so many possible moments that it could be. And no, I think I got to keep it. The Danganronpa Let's Play was a blast. That was so much fun, and it was fun getting to, even if I was proven wrong so many times, it was a lot of fun. It was very funny.
Fair enough. For me, my top 3: waking up in the morning to see that VAR and LJ were on, which was weird to be on that early doing stuff, and realizing in a haze of like grogginess that it was because we'd gotten a black and white picture of a cardboard box display photocopied, and they were explaining to me the circumstances of finding it and how they made this video, and I guess it meant Bionicle was coming back. And then throughout the day doing sleuthing and realizing this probably wasn't fake, it was probably real. And the whole like spy games that were going on at the time about like the source and highly suspect.
Oh yeah.
Who actually leaked it and was their job at risk and who knew what?
The guy walking behind the cashier's counter, like in the back, and showing the like the info on the wall,
like stuff on our message boards. That whole era was peak.
I completely forgot about that, but I remember that morning like it was yesterday. I remember what I was eating at the time. And just, VAR, you and I just making the video on a whim.
Yeah.
And then I went to work and found out, oh, snap. Oh, everything blew up.
Yeah.
And, like, apparently, I think Lego was panicking. They were like, hey, we're going to just clamp down on this until they saw we got a hold of it. And they were like, there's no point. Give it up.
It had already been, like, magnified so much. Like, they couldn't at that point. My second favorite moment, this is a bit egotistical, but it's just, it's one of those moments where like you got to mention it because it feels good. It was the one moment at Brick Fair, I believe it was Brick Fair 17, maybe I'm wrong, where there were so many people in line to get our autographs that we were a fire hazard. And they came over and had
that was awesome.
And they had to redirect us away from the fire
exit. Is that the 2019?
It may have been.
It was 17.
I think it was 17.
Okay.
It was 17.
And it's like 2019 probably had a bigger overall crowd, but just like with the Biocraft hype and stuff.
We were in a better space.
But just the funny optics of that, like
it was very validating.
It's very validating to know that what we did actually like mattered. A day like today is going to be another core memory where like I'm going to look back on this in like 10 years and be like, what did I spend my teenage years doing? Like, did it actually mean anything? And like clearly it meant something to some people.
It did.
So it makes me happy to know that. And the third moment, I'm going to cheat a bit, but I'm the host, so I get to do that. My third favorite moment is all the moments off camera that wouldn't have been possible were it not for the fact that this podcast was a connecting force to bring you guys into my lives.
Yes,
all
sir.
the fun playing Halo through all hours of the night, Minecraft faction servers, building giant walls around our base and doing creeper bomb attacks.
Jumping onto another base.
Jumping from a tall dirt tower to skydive onto someone's base to steal their stuff.
Age of Empires.
Age of Empires games. All the trips that we've taken in the years since we really stopped doing a lot of videos that you guys haven't even gotten to see much from. Going to Pigeon Forge, going to like the Outer Banks of North Carolina, dragging me onto the beach, which I didn't want to do because I'm a hater, only to be like, wow, this is actually pretty fun. I like this.
That is most things with you.
Can we do again? Becoming a roller coaster addict from like 5 minutes of being on a roller coaster for the first time because I'd never been to an amusement park before, and why would I want to do that? And like just having a ball. Stuff like that like it's not really related to the podcast directly, but like I met you guys from being in a chat room and you for some reason let stupid country hick 11-year-old talking into an earbud onto the podcast. And like
thanks, Bar.
I know we joke around sometimes, but like if ever there was moment to tell you this, it really did change my life. And like you in particular, VAR, thank you. Those are my moments.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah. It was such a, like an insignificant thing at the time, but like it altered the course of like my life and everybody's lives forever. So really, thank you.
Basically, yeah.
No problem, man.
I think it is very interesting to see Well, first, okay, before I go on a brief diatribe, I want to know what Envy's top three
Zach.
are.
Are
And
you
Zach.
sure you don't want to go on your speech first?
I mean, yeah, okay, I can.
Well, you have your thought.
That's fine. I think it's interesting to see how much everyone here has made such a significant impact on this group dynamic and everyone else. Because VAR, obviously enough, you kind of started everything. Like
Heck
you,
yeah.
you started IBZP. 12-year-old VAR wanted to make a podcast just like his favorite media podcast.
He was the Tony Stark to our MCU.
And you making that podcast brought us all together and kept us together, kept us creating things and constantly escalating the creation of things and getting to explore not only our hobbies but our talents. Then you created the chat room that we all met. Like we were all on BZ Power. Like you can look in the Wayback Machine on the comics forum at a certain point in 2007 and see your comics, and my comics all on the same page. We were all hovering at the same time. But then you reaching out and building those connections with people brought us all into the same place.
Yup.
So that we could all actually collaborate and be friends.
Yup.
Meso, you ruined that chat.
Let me just invite everybody.
You brought others into that chat, and they are also still our friends. And you also tricked me into thinking I downloaded a virus.
That was so funny, bro.
What a freaking troll.
It was such a short-lived prank, but like I just wanted that 5 seconds of dopamine where like I made you mad
Great,
for
well,
no reason.
Thanks a lot. It turned into 15 years. But you were such an instrumental part of that chat too because you brought life to it. You made it a mainstay hangout spot for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Envy, I know I've told you this. Nothing's funny until it's Envy funny.
Real.
You have contributed to so many running jokes over the years because you see the humor in so much.
Joke ping pong.
You made Biocraft happen because you came up with the great idea to make it a reverse April Fool's prank. And that motivated us so hard to make it happen, and we did. Like,
it is kind of funny how that entire joke is what really got us to make the stupid movie finally.
It's totally happening,
We just
guys.
wanted to make that joke.
All you need some motivation.
Purple, you have influenced so much of our drive to create things outside of our comfort zone.
Honestly.
Like Art Farts allowed the non-artists to try.
I had some fun.
You did allow Meso an outlet to create more heinous things. But you're constantly sharing so much wonderful stuff, so much artistic stuff with everyone. Your musical taste, different songs like Fuzzy by Waterparks. Just such it is the theme song of our Outer Banks trip to me. Sorry, no, Pigeon Forge. It's just so good, and you make such fantastic art. I remember when you posted the posters of us,
The mask
paintings.
Draw the squad.
You draw the squad. Those are so good. But you illustrated us in such this wonderful, warm, creative way, and you bring that to every single trip and interaction.
Aww.
And I'm so glad that I got to see this, you guys.
And you got me addicted to gotcha games.
You might it's a little early to tell if that's a good thing.
That's
or
my
not.
personal
Did a lot of good and a lot of damage.
For the
Self-report.
record, that's not her fault. That's my personal accountability. And then I got Mary hooked.
Zach. Zach, your being here is a testament to your desire to try and your effort to just put your best foot forward and do the best that you can and be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, maybe not recently. You have been a little absent, but like you being here is because you took a shot in the dark. You just asked a question. You reached out, and you are so good at that. Like if you had more time, if you had more energy, which ties into the time, of course. Please ignore the Halloween sounds in the background. I know you would be a tour de force for any creative endeavor that you're a part of.
And
you have
maybe
so
still
many.
can be.
You're bursting with ideas, and you have this wonderful eye for creative endeavors. And I'm excited to see when you get to that point. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for reaching out.
You're a legend. We love you.
I'm glad to have met you in 2019.
Yeah, I forget we met you that year for like 5 minutes because that year was so crazy.
Yeah, right.
I got pictures with Zach from that year.
I flew with Zach.
That's true.
Yeah, bro did make it a point to become
I
friends.
saved you from missing your flight.
You did. Thank you. But no, and it's wonderful to see how everyone has contributed to everything here and made all of this possible and made all of this fantastic. And of course, this goes without mentioning all the others that are not present that spoke earlier. It's been remarkable and it's beautiful to see. And I'm glad that it'll continue beyond this podcast.
Absolutely. Because our friendships will last longer than whatever YouTube stuff we do. And that's the best thing to come from the YouTube stuff that we did. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Mange? Favorite moment? You can pick 3.
And
a
diatribe if you want.
Thank you for the kind words, LJ.
I've been thinking about it. I don't think I'd put it as a top 3. I think I wanted to split it up into favorite moments of like favorite era, favorite video project, and then like favorite life moment like involving you guys. So my favorite era, and I always wax poetic about this, is like the year before G2 came out. Like there was just like this few month stretch of like the summer of 2013 when we're all working on our different videos, Bionicle Autopsy, recap reviews, eBay, Monog with Meso, like
everyone had something.
Yeah, and the Invictus analysis. And it like obviously when like I took my 2-year hiatus right as G2 came out, and so I missed out on all that. But like when I came back, it was like, it was exciting. Obviously Vessel fell apart and so did all the money. So, but like there was an era where it's like, oh my gosh, maybe we can actually make it as YouTubers. Like, because before I left, we were like building steam. We were getting like all this attention. And it was really cool, but it didn't feel like it was an end goal towards anything. It just felt like we were just having fun making videos, and it was really cool seeing it grow, but it wasn't, and getting money was cool too. Like seeing YouTube videos actually lead to making money, that was cool. But it didn't feel like, oh my gosh, we're gonna go somewhere with it. We were just like having fun with it. So that was always like what I'm the most fond of, when it was just purely for fun.
And I love that could like before G2 that's like a peak memory for you. That's still crazy to me, because I think sometimes like, how did our channel even like, you know what I mean? Like we had nothing going on. What was it? Hero
like
Factory?
It's crazy that we picked up.
Going
we picked up the steam like before all of that. I think it was like probably before G2, just watching it crawl up to like about 10,000 subscribers or something like that, and then obviously it blew up with G2.
Yeah, it was really good timing though, because it like doing all that put us into the position to be ready to really like capitalize on the G2
absolutely.
Launch,
so we had all the video making experience.
Yeah, we were ready to go.
Better
off
equipment.
The bat. So
second favorite.
So favorite video project was probably working on the 2019 vlogs.
Yeah.
Like specifically the moment of all of us meeting up at the house in Maryland, like, and just everybody hugging each other and stuff. And, I grabbed that Cowboy Bebop Waltz for ZZ song in there, like just made it like extra sentimental and stuff. That's probably like, that video was a pain in the butt to make. I mean, it's like 16 minutes long. I kind of made it more boring in my first draft and then revised it to be more of like the traditional vlog style that everybody knows that I copy from other stuff. But watching that video like actually come together the way it should have was just really satisfying. So I'm very proud of that specific project. My favorite life moment so far with this group, I almost cried during Var and Purple's wedding.
No.
And like when I think about it now, like I'm gonna get worked up again over it, but like
it was beautiful.
I think in the context of a lot of stuff, like it's just crazy. Like it's a long time coming, and like it's like one of those like duh, that's gonna happen moment. But like it's just we've been all friends together for so long, and it's just wild that we've gotten to this point. Like 2018 you know, if you look on the channel, there's like a video of Var and I, because I like came down to North Carolina very briefly. My first time coming to North Carolina, Var and I were basically both penniless. Var didn't have a job anymore. Yeah. I was like, my bank account had maybe $40 in it when I came to visit him. Like, we were both at like the bottom of the barrel. And to see just like, you know, obviously my life's gone a lot better since then, but Var's life is a lot better, a lot better than that. And so, like, I think the graciousness of Var to host this whole thing, and just to see how much has changed since then.
Yeah, we're doing this podcast on his dining room table. So.
It's really touching, and it's just crazy how far it's come in a good way since then. And
Absolutely.
So I think the culmination of everything made that wedding very sweet for me.
Agree.
And I've been to a lot of weddings, and I think nothing has impacted me as much as like just that simple moment that it was.
I agree.
Like, it was amazing.
Thanks, man. Jeez.
We love you,
what
man.
to say to all that.
We love you, man. No, we love you.
So
we love
sweet,
you,
man.
Envy.
Yeah, I love you, Envy. Yeah.
Whoa.
We love you, Envy.
You can't say that.
No, I can't say that. I'm not allowed. It's mange always and forever.
Manga Q Itachi.
Zach, your favorite 3 moments, and you can cheat, and they can be moments like as a fan or as part of our group.
A moment like this.
I gotta say that Brick Fair 2019, flying over and like not only flying with LJ, but also like getting to meet you guys all for the first time was it crystallized in me like, whoa. Yeah.
Like Ninjago crystallized the hit season?
I hope not. It made me realize that like it's more than just, you know, names on a screen, and it is something true and real. The people that I get to meet and be friends with, it was mind blowing. I think really, really fondly of that trip, even though I know you guys struggled pretty hard in 2019.
Oh, yeah. that was quite a time.
I mean, it was rough around the edges.
It worked out. We did the things we wanted to do. It was just annoying having to do a 3-hour commute every day and juggle too much stuff.
Yeah, that sounds miserable. I had a great time, but I'm so sorry you guys.
We made it through.
But I think that sticks in my mind a lot. But also, I guess it's multiple moments kind of compiled into one. I'm very grateful for just being offered a seat at the table, like getting to share my ideas and getting to, you know, be invited to trips like this, and just being able to be friends with you guys. It's been such a blast. You guys are all awesome people, and having been lacking a lot of that growing up and into later years, having it now, I wouldn't trade it for anything. So those two are pretty big. For number 3, man, I feel like every time I want to pick one moment, I think of another moment. So it's just like anytime we get to meet up in person and hang out, or anytime we get to hop on call together, and it turns into somehow the funniest shenanigans we have ever had, just out of the blue. Arcanist, Halo, whatever else may have you. Like every call, every meetup is just awesome, and thank you guys. Really,
yeah, man.
I
love all
for
of you.
being here. We love you, baby boy.
Love you, man.
Don't leave. Stay with us.
I did forget the third thing.
Yes.
Zach mentioned Brick Fair 2019, and that one Thursday, I think it was Thursday, was amazing. Mm-hmm. Where you and I did the Let's Play.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
When we were heckling you.
Then you and we did On the Spot.
Yes.
With Zach.
That was
Pablo.
That was a lot of fun.
And then I also, right before Messa and I
Pablo.
right before Messa and I went live, I got an official formal job offer that I'd been trying to get for like 8 months. And so it was like just win after win after win, and it was just a magical day.
But of course,
I'm suddenly remembering I think one of the earlier times I interacted with you guys was on the LJ Johnson show after you had been
hired.
Sorry, what happened?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And it was really funny. My microphone had broken literally hours before I was set to be interviewed by you.
That sounds like you.
And so I had to do the interview just through a crappy headset plugged into my phone. And the audio quality was terrible. But man, that was a time. That was a time. Thank you for inviting me onto the show, and
thank you for being on.
I'm glad that you're back.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's nice to be here.
We made a mistake.
Okay.
LJ, you interviewed Zach? I didn't know this.
Yeah, no, I actually do remember because I remember the thumbnail was his Artaka design.
I gotta go listen to this.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Right
It was like
now,
lost
as
media.
we're on a podcast.
It's
right
not lost media.
For me, it was never found media.
Thank you,
All right.
Gio.
Audio quality is terrible.
Well, I'll
work
keep that
on
in
it.
For me, not him. He sounds great.
All right, everybody.
Sounds okay.
Thank you all so much. And like, there's so many good moments. It's hard to pick from. Like, we didn't even mention like there's Makuta Fests. There's like the G2 release cycle, all the different product leaks
Tuma
that would
Fest.
happen. We
Our
interviewed.
internet history is just endless.
We interviewed Greg
It goes
Farshty.
on
We
and
interviewed
on.
like
We did
all
interview
the
Greg.
all the comic
Oh, yeah.
artists, not all of them, but a
Creative
good few.
Capers.
Lee Gallagher,
Yeah.
Creative Capers,
Lee Gallagher's
Randy
in
Elliott. LJ
Christian
and I-
Faber.
Christian
Christian
Faber.
Faber.
A lot of cool people we were able to connect with that helped make the thing that brought us all together. And that in turn led to something else, which was the channel, which has led in turn to us being who we are nowadays, being able to go on trips and be a part of these ceremonies. And it's like we were talking about earlier, and like Leo said in his message about like connecting different friends together. Our legacy will outlive any one video. Our legacy will outlive any one moment, because it's not at the end of the day about the product or the video or the content. It's about using those things as a conduit. The internet, the digital age, online content creation, it bridges gaps from all across the world. It bridges gaps from, quality of life, all walks of life, different geographical locations. We have people like Feffy flying over from England, people like X flying over from Norway. We wouldn't have met each other otherwise. Zach wouldn't have met GL without the chain of events that came from him being a fan of ours. Purple met Var through the channel. They're married. They're happy. I met Mary because she was friends with AJ, and like that chain of events that brought like us together. It's wonderful. It's a beautiful thing.
You're
and
welcome.
I just want to have people take that message away from all this. If we leave you with nothing, just leave with that. You never know what kind of positive occurrence will happen in your life as a result of something that seems completely trivial at any one moment. Don't pass up on opportunities. Go with the flow of life and see where it takes you. We didn't even barely at all talk about Bionicle on this final episode of the TTV podcast, because for us it's so much transcended that, and it's become something beautiful, and I'm grateful we got to share at least a small part of it with you guys. That's really all I got. I just wanted to impart that. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to say before we wrap this up?
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks.
No, thank you.
Thank you all.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Zach, one last words before you're dead.
Yeah, the execution is imminent.
I'm just still thinking of moments that the when the 2019 trip really kicked off for me in my brain. Even it was when LJ and I were talking. LJ and I were
Hello,
talking,
everyone.
and I had I brought up something Bionicle related. I don't even remember what it was, but LJ corrected me on it because I said something that was wrong, and he said no, it was actually
Sounds like
this.
LJ.
But it clicked in my head. I was like, oh my god, I'm talking with somebody that actually knows something about Bionicle. I finally get to talk with somebody about this. But still, it catalyzed that trip for me and really kicked it off. And then I'm thinking of even other moments that I loved being there for, like it didn't really go where we wanted it to, but making Keep the Peace with you guys, that was so much fun working on all the planning and putting the assets together.
You worked very hard on that.
Yeah.
Genuinely, you did. Like, I remember you were there day one. You and GL worked extremely hard on that, and I'm very appreciative.
I was scribbling on pieces of paper to come up with the animation idea for, like, the opening to the videos, and Zeros came out with just this incredible intro for our stuff. So I got to thank Zeros, too. You're awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Shout out Zeros again.
But, man, I can just keep thinking of moments, and we'd be here all night, but
Yeah, I'm taking my mic back. You had you three.
True, very true. And I know that there's just going to be so many more after this.
Heck yeah.
I'm glad I made online friends that didn't turn out to be complete weirdos.
It's crazy how normal we are.
Honestly. I mean, I had a cold crispy chicken sandwich for
Except
breakfast
this guy.
this morning.
Except for this guy. Yeah.
Except him.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for not being 50-year-old dudes on the internet when I met you guys.
Real.
Very appreciative.
Thank you for having the same hobbies and knowing how to share them, like, in just
In
a
normal
healthy,
ways.
friendly fashion.
Yeah. We try not to be toxic.
I love this one comment that was like, I think I scrolled up, but it was like, Bionicle G3 really was the friends we made along the way.
It really was. True and real.
And I mean, look at us now. We have a TOA team and the 7th
Yo!
TOA.
And our 7th TOA!
TOA.
We have
Zakanuva.
Zakanuva.
Zakanuva. Dang, that works really well. I kinda
Thank
hate
you
that.
again to the community for saying "Where's Van" at the bottom of all of my mock spots.
You know, you could like take off your cap, and if like the light hit
Oh
your
my
head the right way,
I will not be doing that.
No, honestly.
All right, Meso, for
All
one
right.
last time, take us out.
All right.
Get us out of this.
Thank you guys so much for all of the years, all the memories, more to come. Thank you to the fans. Thank you to the people who pledged to us on Patreon for some reason, even though we basically don't do any perks. I'm sorry about that. I hope you've gotten some fun out of the community over the years, our wonderful patron Discord full of all the diehards. Thank you to all the boards users. Thank you to all of our hosts, all of our friends, all of our moderators, all of our editors, all the amazing people that helped make this a reality. Thank you to Lego for making Bionicle. No thanks for canceling it twice. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to the people we've met through this channel and that we'll continue to hopefully meet more after and develop ourselves as people. It's been a wonderful ride, and ultimately, I wouldn't change anything. I've had a blast. I have been Meso.
For the last time, I have been Var.
For the last time, I have been LJ.
For the last time, I'm about to cry. For the last time, this is Ben.
for the last time, although I'll still be after, I'm Envy.
For the last time, I have been purple.
For the last time, I've been Starbreaker, a.k.a. Zach.
Yeah, good job, Zach.
And after this roller coaster ride of a podcast, it is finally time for me to give you all a fond farewell.
Meso?
What?
I think you mean goodbye.
I think you're right. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
See
everybody.
Bye. 5. Okay. 4. 3. 2. 1.
An old friend told me one day there will be a door closing in your face. But when the curtain calls, it doesn't mean the end, it's just another day. It's been a tough few years, we've dried too many tears, but we got through it all the same. Most people come and go for reasons we don't know, so if we never meet again, let's make a toast to the good and the bad, the memories we made, the friends that
This has been Three Virtues.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.